Hi everyone, hello and welcome to Sunday Night Live, and it's just after 8 o'clock, 1 minute. Wow, would you believe that? And I have my guest with me tonight, my Auntie Eileen. I picked it up. When did I pick you up?
On Thursday.
On Thursday. And how much did I go through that traffic?
Oh,
And that nightmare of an absolute rat race of a road called the M6. Yeah. And it proved to me one point things never change. Yeah, it was like a Torval and Dean rat race. It really was. Who's going to chase that wagon? If there would have been anything connected to the wacky races, me and you would have been Dick Dastardly Muttley.
Yes.
Definitely. Yes, but that's the quiche, that's the niche, and everybody's with me live tonight, and we are here. Hello, Lindsay. Hello, Dolores. That was so beautiful. I love that name, Dolores. It's a beautiful
It
name.
is,
That.
isn't it?
Isn't it a lovely name?
Yeah,
Yes, it is. And I just want to say you all on live, and please message me and comment as much as you like. Tonight, we are delving into aspects of grief and how it triggers with us, what triggers an emotion, what triggers between love, empathy, and your loved ones crossed over, and also what you feel that you haven't really eternally let go of, that you feel that you need to let go of. Discuss it with me. We're an open discussion night. This is a podcast that's all live. Yes, I can see everybody joining me as well. Please tag your friends in, tag as many people as possible. I will be giving interaction readings as well. I can see Maxine on YouTube. That is beautiful. It's really lovely. My Facebook followers as well. And this is my Auntie Eileen. She is my niece. She is the lady that I have always believed in, respected, and she is here with us tonight. So I just want to let you understand that when I sit there and you go through your hardship or anything like that, or you're embracing somebody's love and devotion, that. Okay, so here we go. Hello, Liz. Hello. It's so beautiful. Hello, everybody saying hello to you, Auntie Eileen. So that's beautiful.
Hello.
Okay. So, Auntie Eileen, we've lost a lot of people in our life's journey, haven't we?
Yeah, we sure have.
Yes, and people have come and go, and some people have passed over very quick, and some people needed nursing. Yep.
Yeah.
And there's times in your life when you look back on this and you turn around saying reflection, I really crave that person. We were talking about it last night, weren't we?
That's right, yeah.
How we were craving our loved ones, and what do you think they would be proud of us? That's one question we asked, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Do you think they would be proud of us? Will they be watching down? Hello. And will they be enjoying our time? And yes, it's very, very true that your family comes to see you on frequent visits. And it's very, very true that your family come to see you because they still love and mourn what you adore about them and the aspect of where you are in your life. And yes, that's the first thing we all enjoy. So if there is anything that we can be able to understand about spirituality, if there's anything we can be able to understand about us being on a journey, is these people passing over, our loved ones. Does everything happen for a reason? Is there a reason behind us getting that intention, getting that knowing, oh, I should be with that person? There's something inside of me telling me that I should communicate with that person. Is there anything that we can be able to translate or, find the balance with? It is an interesting subject. So that's why it's important that everybody comes together on this one tonight, because I'd love to share we'd love to hear from your experiences, your stories, and also try and understand it on just a group level in unison more than anything else, and understanding that you can turn around and say to yourself, wow, people have shared my stories. Wow, that's actually happened to me. I can relate to what you're saying. So what do you think? Give me your views. Would you like to come in? If I invite you, would you like to come and see me? Would you like to come and join me on the screen? Oh, sorry, join us on the screen. Would you like to just delve into what you feel is important? Okay, because if you haven't had the chance to relate to that importance and nurture it and understanding, how much does it lay heavy on your mind and your heart and your soul? It's love. It's grief is the soul searching for that one person that made your life complete. And that's true, you know.
Yeah, it is. It is.
And the grief comes to us in happenings and all its emotion, right? But it also comes to us to try and find a way forward without that person being there, or persons, or on that level. And it's very difficult to say. If I could turn around and say to you, as I've told a lot of people throughout my journey, right? I'll give you all of the money in the world. No way, everything you want. I can be your genie in the bottle and give you anything you want. Or that opportunity to spend loved one. Which one would you take?
Yeah,
The loved one.
absolutely. The loved one. Yeah, definitely.
Which one would you take? Yeah, there's Eileen saying she misses her mum and dad. You miss your dad so much, Nicola. I can understand that. And they're listening to you. They're around you. But how do you know? What's the signs? Do you follow signs? Do you find the balance in the signs? Or is there anything that you could say if I've dealt with the grief? Oh, Dolores says she doesn't know she's dealt with the grief from a granny. Oh, let me put this up here. And she wants to go home. And she's in no more pain. There's no more pain anymore. Yeah. That's another thing that is important, the pain. But the pain we have to carry over with us, you know? The pain that we have to keep their memory alive in ways. That's important as well. So look at this whole concept and turn around and say to yourself, right, okay, where does my love stand in the person that's crossed over? Are they, especially in a relationship that's passed over? I mean, I've lost one of my closest relations and I've lost my partner, so I totally understand that. And when it comes towards that memory, it just breaks your heart because you'd often say, I wonder, where will we be right now in our lives?
Yeah.
Will we be happy? Where will we be? What would happen? Why is that being drifted apart? Will they meet me in the end when I go?
They will, sure. Surely they will.
Yeah.
Because they come to you even in your dreams. Sometimes when a person has passed away, and as I say, you go to bed of a night, sometimes you could be, how can I put this, just watching the telly even, and you get a feeling that someone's with you, and that's your loved
Yeah.
one.
That's
And
true. That.
it's amazing. You know, some people don't believe in it, but other people do. And I've seen quite a few things myself. And I surely to God, some people out there have too, but they're terrified to tell their friends about it because they think if you tell your friends, they will not believe you. They'll say, oh, you're not, you're dreaming, or you're making it up, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But they do come to you. I'll just tell you a little story, can I?
Yeah, of course you
Right.
can.
My mum, right, I was in, my dad was in the kitchen, laid out, and I was sitting on the couch, and my brother and my uncle and my mum was in the back kitchen, and I was sitting there, and there was no wind and nothing like that. The next minute, this wind just went woof, and ever since that, my mum kept on saying to me, "Can you feel me dad's presence?" And I went, "Yes, I can." And we went, that's right, we went to the cemetery because we just put the stone on the cemetery, and I was tidying up the grave, and my mum was behind me sitting down on another stone. And before she did, she asked them, did they mind? And she sat down, and the next minute something told me to turn around, and I turned around, and there was my mum just looking down at the grave, and I was shouting at her and everything. And when she come around, she went, "Okay, I can hear the birds now." And then when I told her on the way home what had happened, and she said it was your dad pulling me down, and I said, "I'm not ready yet."
There you go. That's some just pure
Yeah,
experiences you had that you'll
yeah,
never forget.
never forget that.
And Nana's passed over now. How long?
Oh,
30 odd years now.
30 odd years, yeah.
Yeah, but it's still fresh in the mind. There's still memories that we recollect. Let's see what you've got to say. I just say, completely believe in this, Claire says, feel our loved ones have passed over, and to hear from them says that it says certain things. Of course it does. And timing is an essence. Timing is the right thing. So hold on, let me invite you. Okay, who would like to come and see me? Who would like to come and experience something? I mean, I've done readings for people, and for many, many reasons. Okay. And when I've done readings for people, they've come up to me and they said, you knew what I was going through at that time when my mom and dad or my brother or sister or some loved one that they crossed. And the recollection wasn't from me, of course. It was from them. I'm a channel. I bring the energy through. So I was only listening and listening towards what they were telling me and the information that they were bringing in at that time, right? But as my Auntie Arlene says, it's certain things that you go through in your life that you know in your heart that, wow, that's my dad, that's my mom, that's some family member that is coming to me, that will share their experience with me, and it comforts me as well, And Alison says she misses her mum so much. It's 30 years now since she's passed over. Okay, come and say hello to me, please. I'm just sharing this link with you all again. Follow the link. Come and join me, because I will see you at the bottom of the screen, and we'll delve right into this and have a good night of understanding certain things that happen to us for right reasons, but it's something that we can always connect to. And some of them are different patterns as well. For instance, I never forget a time that I went through, and like guardian angels are watching over you, this, that, and the other, right? And I was in the car one day, and there was a friend of mine sitting in the passenger, my son was sitting in the back, and something pulled me, and it was a car in front. It was going nearly 10 miles an hour. And it was coming into a crossing at Gateshead, right, where the Angel of the North is. I meant to go straight ahead, okay, but something was dragging behind. So the passenger in the car turned around and says, "Well, what's going on? Why aren't you taking over this person? Why are you hanging on?"
Yeah.
The instinct says stay behind the car. So you follow your instincts and you stay behind the car, okay? And what happened now is when it came to the roundabout, so you're at the turning going off to left to go to Lowfell. The other turn will take you to the A1, and the other one will bring it up to the Angel North. And I was like, right, okay, so I needed to go straight ahead.
Yeah.
And when I come to the crossing, that car in front disappeared, right? As I was coming across, this car come 100 miles an hour, flipped, spun right in front of me, spun, and then crashed in the roundabout. And do you know what it is? If I would have went any faster, it would have got Alex.
Yeah, yeah.
It would have got my son Alex behind.
Yeah.
So it's uncanny. It's weird, isn't it? But it's not weird in a way.
In one way,
Yeah. Oh, well, that is so comforting, Jill. I'm going to send an angel to you, my love, because there's time and place, isn't there? And there's things that really warm the heart, and I can understand where you're coming in. Okay. Please come and join me. Hello, everyone. I can send this link over to you again. Okay, there we go. You've seen your Nana's face in the mirror. Oh, Christine, would you like to share that with me? Please come and join me. Okay, if anybody would like to share their experiences, especially when it comes towards understanding grief. How many people out there haven't moved on? How many people can't see past that change? How many people on watching right now say to themselves, right, okay, I can't move on because of I haven't let that closure. There's no closure with it. Okay, especially if people passed over, especially if people that die very suddenly, or there is a total change in this. Okay, let's see what people have got to say. Please come and join me. Okay, so Diane says she can't move on. Oh, hold on. Where am I? It's going too fast now. Like my page as well, please, everyone. We're suddenly screaming in the car seat. New to wait. and then joined the motorway, and you just missed the crash. Isn't that bizarre? So a similar thing happened to you, yeah? So, Dion, would you like to come and join me? Please do. Okay, I've got Trish waiting. Hiya, Trish. Hello. Me and Auntie Eileen are here waiting. Give me a thumbs up when you're ready, Trish, okay? Yeah? Give me a thumbs up.
Yes.
Eileen's connecting to me, so I've got Eileen at the bottom waiting. Please, Dion, please come and join me. Yep. It'd be interesting to hear your experiences and what I went through on that one, because I don't think you'll ever, understand it in terms. Hello, Bev. It's so lovely to connect with you all. Yes. So come and join me, everyone. And by the way, I need to let you understand as well that I've got some other things to talk about tonight. But while we're trying to get the link ready, thank you very much. I can't move on from my dad's passing. Okay. And I was crying every day because I was so scared of losing my mom. Angie, that is heartbreaking. Would you like to share that with us? Okay. Here we go. I'm going to move the camera a little bit close because I'm stretching over. Okay. Would you like to share this to you all and invite more people along? Yep. April, hi. So lovely to connect with you. Trish, are you ready? Hello, Rose. It's beautiful. I'm from Dublin. That is beautiful. Lovely to connect with you. Okay. Are you ready? Trish, are you ready to join me? Yep. Here we go. Here's Trish. Hello.
Hello. I've only just come on, so I don't know what it's actually about tonight. So
it's about grief and how we control what affects us more than anything else. Do you ever feel like you can't move on?
Yeah.
Is the energy there sometimes? When it comes up to a memory, we often find that we can't.
Every day.
Every day.
Every day. If something like comes into my head, yeah.
Is this the love for your dad?
Yeah.
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 And your dad's your best mate, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? I feel your dad around you.
Say I don't. So
Why?
I don't know. I don't know.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You're his girl. You'll always be his girl, Trish. Yeah? There's something that is so unique that you two had together the time you were together. And it just, nothing will compare towards your father. So tell me about him. Tell me about your dad.
He was a character. I think as well what it was is it was so sudden, and it just happened, and it was like I wasn't there, or I was there, but I was in a different room. So it's the way it is.
Yeah.
No.
Because it wasn't no signs whatsoever of him, telling you that he had a headache, or there was no signs.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't that. He got took up to the hospital, and nothing was said. Like there was no signs of anything, but he was telling them he wasn't well. And then, like I said, it went from I'm waiting to go onto the ward to not making it.
Oh wow!
And I mean, my sister, she was there the whole time, and they sent me home. And we were going to switch over, obviously, because he was still at 6 o'clock in the morning. He was still in A&E from 5 o'clock the night before. Still waiting for a bed on the ward. And so we were going to switch over, but then she rang and she was just like, "You need to get up here now because he's like, it's critical." And then by the time I got up there was me, my sister, and my partner, and we got put in this room. My dad had died at 6:15 in the morning, and I didn't get told till 10 to 7 that he was gone. So, so I don't know if it's a bit like I should have stayed with him. Yes.
Oh, Trish. It's okay, love.
Like I shouldn't have gone home. But obviously we just thought he was waiting to go under the ward, waiting to be moved. And I don't know if it's a bit of guilt that's eating away at us about not being there. Like not like like not saying goodbye to them,
Mm-hmm. Was he ill for a long time, love?
What, sorry?
Was he ill for a long time?
My dad always had loads of different illnesses. Yeah, but he got through them. You know, I mean, he fought off TB, he fought off pneumonia.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God, he's invincible.
Yeah, I know he had heart problems, but he fought them off, and then, like I say, it was just this one day he just wasn't feeling very well.
Yeah. And what I often find, it's always that sudden moment that you often find that you can turn around and say, when you feel, oh, right, okay, he's getting moved, he's getting comforted, he's going to be okay, you go and rest. And then that's that moment that you step out the room. It's like, wow, they're gone. Yeah.
That was it. He said, "I'll see you in the morning, sweetheart. Go and get yourself away home." And obviously, like, the plan was, like, me to switch over with my sister. And then it just all went apart.
Yeah.
It just, but like I say, I don't know if it's that bit guilt.
I believe it's true, though, Trish. I believe it's very true. Dealing with working with spirit all the time, sometimes spirit comes through and say, "I don't want to say goodbye to you."
Yeah.
I don't want to say goodbye to you anymore because I don't believe that we should say goodbye.
Yeah.
And it's like what you've just said there about your dad's strength. There's something on this earth, love, that just comes along and just says, time out. Enough is enough. That's it. And it gives you an understanding, but it also gives you an understanding of, like, how there's a greater power out there that could come and take your dad that way. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
He's always with you. He's always playing tricks on you.
That'll be right.
But was it him that had the younger brother?
He had 2 younger brothers.
Yeah, because he's sorted them out as well.
Because they're with him, yeah. they went earlier, and one was 45 and one was 52.
Now, this is a 52-year-old, that's the image of him. The only thing is his quiff goes one way and your dad's goes the next.
Do you know what? It did. It did. That's strange, it is.
You didn't put a tie on him, did you, Trish?
Did I what, sorry?
You put a tie on your father.
Probably.
Yeah, because he's gone.
Yeah.
He's gone. But he's with the brother. He's standing in the room with you. He's always with you because you got the 2 pictures of him when he was younger and the one when he was older. And you got 2 pictures of him. You sit and talk to them pictures, and he's like, they never fade. And he's with his mum, but I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, he's just given me a tulip to give to you. And he wants to let you understand there's energies in the room. Sorry, Auntie, we've got company here.
How have we?
Yeah, we've got company. I hope you don't mind that, right? He wants to do the Guinness Book of Records, your father. Guinness Book of Records, right? He's in the room with me. I can see his energy, and he's standing next to his other brother. Them two are inseparable. But something prized them apart, love, in life.
Yeah.
And it should never
Yeah.
happen. He was too huffy. And your father just told him the truth. And he went off and he never spoke for 18 years. He wants to let me know. 18 years. Well, have a guess. When I got on the other side, I was like, I was going to wring your neck, but I'm not. He's with that brother. And they come and see you all the time. And you're going to be okay, Trish. You've just got to believe that you're going to be okay, love. You've got to understand this because you've been pulled from pillar to post.
Yeah.
You have. And lately, over the last 4 years, it's really took you on a journey. And you've got to understand as well, you've tried your best with your dad. He most probably didn't want you to see him pass away like that.
Yeah.
Now, where's the George or a Geordie? It's either George or George, right? You take that as a reference, okay?
Right.
But your dad still wants to be in the Guinness Book of Records.
He used to buy us the Guinness Book of Records every Christmas.
Because you named it, you made it, you wrote the book. You know, when I often believe in life, love, there is no creator or no better person in your life than the one that you'll never stop loving. And if your dad, and you're so much like your dad, which I know you are, I can see that in you, right? Is he wants you to be yourself again. He wants you to get back in. You remember when you used to always feel guaranteed? You used to run between two houses, you. And that was it. And that's what you miss. You miss running between two houses. And that's what your dad's trying to tell you now. And your sister is lovely. She's there for you. But how can you tell her how you're feeling when she's grieving the same way too?
Yeah, I know. And my mum.
You know, she's finding boundaries. Where's this parrot coming in?
What?
Parrot.
Oh, I don't know.
Did his brother have a parrot?
I think one of them had a budgie.
Right. Will you bear that in mind? Because I can see him with a dicky bird on his shoulder. Right. And I can definitely see him talking like that. Not talking to you, Auntie. He's talking like that. He's talking like that. Like to his little menace in the shoulder. Right. And I've got to honestly tell you one thing. Your dad was one step ahead of anybody. Everyone. I wouldn't mess with him, love. You know why? He was so loving, but also caring. But when it comes to his family, he'll protect every one of you.
Oh yeah, he would. He would have walked under. Well, that's if he wasn't doing these wind up. Like if I'd walk in and, you know, if I had my partner with us, he'd go, "Oh, hiya, Mark, you all right?" Trish, go and stick the kettle on for him, and I'm like, "Really? Really? Hello, Dad." You know. Yeah, that was just his sense of humour. That was just the way he was. You know, he was like that. And I think that's what I miss. Like, if I go to my mum's, it's not like, you know.
Do you feel it's empty?
Yeah.
Yeah. So your mum's still in your old house that she's been in since she was married?
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's been there 47 years?
Yeah. Yeah.
So Dad wants to tell you, 47 years. Will you take the dates off the windows?
For the what?
Take the dates off the windows.
Yeah.
Show her a bit of daylight, for God's sake, he says. He's always with her. But he
I
walks
hope
out
so.
the door and he gets peace and quiet with you.
I hope so. I hope he is.
Oh, he is.
I would like to think he is with her.
He's definitely with her. You know why? Because he knows where everybody lives. And he knows that you're not far away from her. And
No,
do
I'm
you know
not.
what your dad can do now? He can rest. Because you're looking after Mum. And I know that she's a sweetheart, but also there's one thing your mother will always, how can I put it? Don't misunderestimate her.
Yeah.
Because you'll prove the point to everyone. Is there somebody in the room with you right now?
Yeah, it's my partner.
Right, where's your daughter?
My daughter, she's in the next room. I've got two.
Because tell the youngest one he's with her.
Oh,
He
Lizzie.
needs him right now. She needs him right now.
Hey, Lizzie.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lizzie's took it really bad, actually, yeah.
He's always with her. But she's drawing on the walls. She's drawing all kinds of things. And she's doing all these things all over the place. He says, I pop in the room and I say, good night, sweetheart. And he gives her a kiss.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, she has. She was actually one of the ones that, with her being the youngest, like, she took it quite bad, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a bit of a nice thing to hear.
He's with all of yous. He really is. He's with all of yous, but he's with your youngest daughter.
Yeah.
Because she's gone through a lot with her Anne. There's a lot going on around her with an Anne. And you just be careful with her. Just take her time. Just let her take her time. But your dad wants to tell me she doesn't know where to be in the world. She doesn't know what she wants. She's like uncertain about what she wants to do. He's trying to tell me she'll find her niche, but he's always kissing her on the forehead and said, good night, sweetheart.
Yeah, she used to have his life because I used to play Uno with her. And remember I was sitting in the living room and he used to have this little table and she's beating him at this, and he's like, how are you doing this? How are you doing? And she was like, Grandad, because I can see the reflection in your glasses. So she could see the cards he had in his glasses. So he was a bit like, you know. But that wasn't long before he died. Yeah. So I think that and it was just the other day as well, she was on about going to like the allotment with like the garden centre with him because we drove past it. So yeah, I think he always pops in our mind as well, you know.
That is beautiful. Well, he wants to let you understand that he'll always be a big part of your heart. As he's just told me, as long as you look after Mum, he'll look after you.
Yeah, definitely.
Where's the connection as well? I need to give this, whether it's a Thomas or a Tommy, that's another connection to Dad. And he's with two other friends beside him. And he wants to let me know he's not alone anymore. But he's with a younger brother that died at the age of 52 or 54. That's where he is.
I think he was 52. It was my uncle Bob.
Bob. Right,
yeah.
So there's Tom next to him. And he wants to let you understand as well that your dad's always giving you not a shilling, it's a penny. Your dad's always dropping a penny at you, right? And he wants to let you understand he did not know where he was going with this, but he knew that he was going somewhere without you. That morning he knew.
He did. He actually, on the morning time, he went, because obviously when me and Jackie were talking to him in the hospital, he says he got like this unquenchable thirst, which he's never. My dad wasn't a water drinker, you know, like he wouldn't. His first choice of fluid wouldn't be water, you know. and he says he was just got this uncontrollable thirst, and he was just so thirsty and drinking water. Took the car to the garage, and then when he come back, went dizzy, and that's when everything started.
Yeah.
Got refused the paramedic at first. Then the doctor come down from the hospital, checked him out, rang an ambulance, and it ended up where there was two had to come out, because as they went to pick me dad up, stand me dad up, he passed out.
Oh.
And that was in the house. So it I didn't see that bit, because my sister rang and was like, so by the time we got there, he was he was sitting in the chair, and he was like, oh, here's me oldest. As I walked through the door, you know, he like had to put the dog in the kitchen, and there was another thing. He was ambulance people obviously tried to speak with him, keep him calm and stuff, you know, and asked what kind of dog he is, and he went, I didn't friggin' know. Because she's a mixture of, you know, she's a mixture of everything, you know. She's just this tiny little thing, but that was just the way my dad was. It was like, oh, I didn't friggin' know. You know.
Oh, that's a beautiful experience, that, Trish, and like thank you for sharing that with us, love.
Yeah.
You know.
No, thank you for obviously like not answering, but like telling us a few things that, well, for starters, you wouldn't know, would you? You know, so it's kind of made us a bit, you know. I think it's the guilt, to be fair. But the guilt of not actually being. I mean, I was straight in the room afterwards. I went straight to them. Seen him every single day up until his funeral, and you know. But I think it's the actual thing of leaving the hospital.
Yeah.
But that's something I'm going to have to try and, you know, because I mean, he turned around and said to my sister, this is something sinister. This is definitely something sinister. And my dad wasn't ever like that. You know, I mean, he hated hospitals, hated doctors. You tell a white lie to the doctor and go, no, you know, your medication, you're not having any alcohol. Oh, no, doctor, I don't drink. I don't drink. I had the odd one. You know.
Not as a rule, the pet, not as a rule. Aye.
Yeah, but, you know, that was just my dad. But, yeah, it's made us feel a little bit better talking.
Well, that's beautiful. And do you know what you need to do tonight if you get a chance, right? Or tomorrow morning, just light a candle, put your dad in the candlelight, and just say, Dad, show him your love, which you're going to do it anyway, and just say, Dad, there. And you'll feel better. You'll feel much better. You know what I can honestly say? It's all that work and all of that love and devotion and guiding him and protecting him and looking after him when he needed you most, and you were there for him. Yeah. And then all of a sudden you'd feel like you've lost your purpose.
Yeah.
You lost the purpose. And it's like when you go through that, you feel like, I mean, I've just recently gone through it myself. And I remember sitting here, just in this chair like this. I couldn't move. I was just like motionless. I was like, and the whole day just slipped me by.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there's been
forced myself to get up off the chair.
Well, that's it. There's been two that's really, really affected us. Like 3 years apart.
Yeah.
So it seems as if someone's just coming and kicking my feet away. You know, like, oh, there's another one. You know, there's another hit for you. You know, just so yeah, just I don't know.
Well, when you get the chance, love, you know, I can honestly say I know you're a very strong lady, and I can see that, but I can also see the love for your dad.
Oh, yeah,
that is beautiful. That is in awe of you, and what a remarkable man. Keep that strong, love. Keep it going, because you're gonna do okay. And like I say, I'll send a bit of healing for you tonight, anyway.
Okay.
But
Thank
just
you.
remember that. I loved it. Thank you for sharing your
Thanks
experience.
very much.
Take care, honey.
Thank you. Bye.
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 That was
So
lovely.
beautiful, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it is very interesting to know what goes on. You know?
I think sometimes, Auntie I, that we just find it in this world as we go along. You look around you and you think, oh, well, we're all right.
Yeah,
We're coping.
yeah.
And then all of a sudden, like Trish just said, one hit after another.
Another, yeah.
And then you're like, how many people have experienced a short period of life? Life. Well, you wouldn't have because they're not live.
Yeah.
They'd be on the other side, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
They'd be sitting there telling me. But how many people have experienced in a short space of time? Never forget this experience, right? I'll tell you. This lady came to see me. Okay. It was about 15, 16 years ago. She sat in front of me. And the next minute, a daughter, a son, and a husband gathered around her. All died in the fishing boat accident one afternoon.
God.
And you're like, wow,
That's
where'd you begin?
Yeah,
Left her with a 10-year-old son.
honestly.
And he was a professional diver.
Yeah,
It was in Knowleswater. And that reading, I was in tears.
yeah, I bet you were.
I just didn't know where to begin.
Yeah,
And the boat capsized and the currents just swept them under. And she was still trying to find one child
yeah.
that she couldn't find within the two. So it's, share your experiences with me. Would you like to share the link? Okay, hold on. There you go. My experience is very different. My loss of my dad is not having him around, and not knowing that I would be able to have him in my life, and missing him out of my wedding. Oh, Lindsay, that is heartbreaking. That. Okay, share your experiences with me, everyone. Yep, I've just sent you the link there. I've got Diane. Diane is waiting to come on call. Give me a thumbs up, Diane. You ready to join me? We're talking about grief tonight. Yep. Okay, and we're talking about how we cope with the aspect of grief. What does grief represent to us? And where do we go from there? So, Diane, give me a thumbs up if you're ready to go. Yeah? Okay, here we go. Welcome, Diane. Hello,
Hi.
my dear.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm all right. I'm not
Yeah?
bad.
Thank you very much for joining me tonight. Whereabouts are you based?
I'm in North Berwick.
North Berwick. I love Berwick. North, south, in between, and it's a beautiful place. I love Berwick.
It's a lovely
Yeah,
place. Yeah.
it is. So what would you like to share with us all tonight then, Diane?
I think we were talking earlier about oh, my mind's going blank. You were talking earlier regarding believing in that people are around us and things like that. And I find that a wee bit difficult. I think that's just a bit, do you know when you've been brought up with some people hammering into you that there's no such thing and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm going to get upset.
It's okay. Are you okay?
But it's just when your life turns upside down and you lose the love of your life and then you're willing to believe it. But you've got years of people embedded in you that there's no such thing, and it's the only thing I've got now to hold on to that is around me. So I do struggle with it. I struggle with really wanting to know that he can see us and that he's here, but I just feel like I can't open my mind to it because he just years of getting it embedded into me that there's no such thing.
Can I ask, Diane?
I never see anything, I never feel anything, it's still quite new though, it's only been 9 months, but I don't know, maybe I just I just wish I really believed so that I could find a wee bit of comfort that he's still around me. But
yeah, I can totally understand that, love, because like I say, it's just turned your world upside down, like you've just said there. And where'd you start? How can you move forward where you don't know which way you're facing? So is this your husband we're talking about?
He was a partner. We were going to be getting married. So I'm left with a lot of guilt. Just the way that he passed. And
In what way, love? How long were you together? Do you mind me asking you this? How long were you together?
We knew each other for 6 years, but we were together 3 years. And we just had all these plans for the future. We were getting married, going on holidays. We had just moved into a new house. Things were good. But then he wasn't being very honest about being in a wee bit. He'd lost a job. He never told me about losing his job. And I think he put himself under a lot of pressure. Probably felt he was letting me down. And he just drank too much and took his own life.
I sort of figured that one. Yeah. And you've got all these questions now about why he took his own life. And
yeah, well, we were quite stressed because I kept, as you do, you're like, why is the money no in for the mortgage? And so I'm questioning him, and then we had a silly fallout. A staff fallout that most people would probably have every day, but then he went out and I never saw him again. So I've got a lot of guilt, knowing that because of the argument and the pressure of money but then I never knew that he'd lost his job. So there's loads of questions there. But I just I feel I underestimated even noticing that he was maybe stressed, and I just question myself constantly about how I could have stopped it from happening.
Do you know what we say for the here and now and the presence is forward? There's a lot of emotions riding high. So you met him for 3 years and you were really settled, found happiness, found love at last. And then all of a sudden you had all of these misfortunate times that you had with them where it shouldn't have been said. When you're starting a journey with somebody involved in a relationship, you're both together on the same page. Maybe it was too embarrassed. The way I'm picking up on this, and I hope you don't mind me telling you this, Diane, right? That, I feel like he didn't like to confront. You wanted to feel that he was the man that can look after everything and don't worry about it. It's going to be okay. But after your experiences in life, reassurance for you is something that you don't do. If I reassured you and guaranteed I'm going to do this for you, you're the type of person saying, "Nah, I'd rather do it myself." You see what I mean? So your wires crossed. And then he passed, yeah? So he's left with all this uncertainty. I need to let you know one thing. And before we begin, when we cross over with hangings, it's an understanding and it's a journey, right? When they cross over, it's the reason why for their conscious mind as well as ours. Okay? Why did you do that? Why couldn't you have the strength to come up and talk to me? The pride, the aspect of all of this emotion that you're going through, they take that with them, okay? But then they've got to come through and find a balance to give you that solace. And sometimes you never know why. And sometimes we can't explain why. And why they decided that it was enough to end this life instead of sorting the problem out. And I think it was just a tiny little twist in the matrix or tiny little thing that this was over.
It was totally fixable.
It was. Like we are right now. It's totally fixable. But it's not now because you haven't got that voice, you haven't got that essence, you haven't got that communication with them. And I think you had a lot of pressure with his family as well, did you?
Yeah, I didn't. I think
did he have a lot of pressure with his family?
I think he just he always felt a bit of failure. He always felt like a bit of failure. You were always having to make him feel a bit better about himself, and he didn't have a lot of confidence that way. I think he always thought he was letting people down, and he wasn't.
Well, maybe you could see it in him, but he couldn't see it in himself.
And that's exactly what he was like.
And that's something that he had to come to an understanding with. Who's Dan, by the way?
Dan is a friend of mine that directed Kyle's funeral.
Because Dan helped you. He stood beside you when you were talking to Dan.
Mm-hmm.
And did Dan help you through this?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because he's thanking Dan. He's in the room with me. Can I speak to him?
Mm-hmm.
Who was he, Kenny?
Dan asked me if I had any videos Kyle talking, because obviously Dan looked after Kyle after he passed. And so I was letting Dan hear his voice because he'd never got a chance to meet him. I only obviously met Dan through Kyle's funeral, and so I was letting him hear what Kyle's voice sounded like, because he looked after him, getting him ready and things for his funeral. So that's...
So he took a lot of pressure off you then.
Mm.
And he made him perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Was there a tap on his head?
Mm?
Was there something on his head?
On Dan's head?
No, Kyle's head.
No, not that I can think.
Right, because I'm picking up on there was something there. Okay.
Right.
Now,
Right.
Has he got two sons, or is that you?
I've got who, Dan or Kyle?
Kyle.
No, I've got three. I've got 2 daughters and a son.
Right, okay, because he's around you. He wants to let me know that he wants to show me a journey from you two meeting, chemistry straight away, trust straight away. He's got a wicked smile, by the way. It goes all the way up there. Okay, and he's laughing and joking, but he wants to come through because he's with a grandma and he's with a dad connection or a father figure that he loved very dearly. He's coming in to let you understand. Thank you for the beautiful ceremony, but thank you very much for putting me where I needed to be. Okay, and he's also trying to let me understand now the house that you two moved into. You've moved on from it now, haven't you?
No, I'm trying to get.
Yeah, because you will be in the south side of Berwick where you've been before. Is that where you met? Yeah, because you need to go back to the south side of Berwick. He's telling you this. Okay, so is that connected towards your dad and your brother? Yeah, you go back to the south. You've got to do this year. Okay, you've got a daughter and a son living with you now, have you? And one of them's come back home. You were a beautiful mother, never question that, love. You're your best mate. Go for a walk in the woods that are opposite you. Go for a walk near the stream. You've got to get out the house. He says you're barricading yourself in. You've got to. These kids will always be around you. But the thing is, though, your daughter doesn't know what to do. Okay? And she's normally like this at you. But now she's just left you. Is this been over the last year that you've gone through all this suffering?
Just over 9 months.
Yeah, because he wants to let me know on my first memory you'll move. Okay, and he also wants to tell me here. He also wants to let me understand here. There's a now. And it's now. Okay, and it's now. Here and now. He's also trying to let me understand as well that he misses you very dearly. But he's trying to give me this. I couldn't find the words to tell you. This was over used to arguing in the kitchen and the hallway, him walking out the door and not just ignoring the whole situation. He didn't even take his coat. He just walked out that door, and then you got a phone call. He wants to let you understand that he didn't mean to. He just didn't understand that he could go through a failed relationship again. have been erased. It could have been sorted out within one heartbeat. It could have been, because you loved him and you showed him love. But I need to let you know, I just don't feel like you ever got the courage to understand it. Do you know what he normally does? He normally goes out. There you go. Tap you on the shoulder. That's it. And he wants to let me know that he'll always be like that. Where's the Paul connection there? Where's the Paul? Right, he's shown me this. He's with two men that he thought the world of. Okay? You've got to be aware of this. He's around you all the time. He says, I wish I would have known you when we were younger. He says things would have been totally different.
We used to say that.
He wants to let me know this is you turning around and saying, right, that's it. When you met him, he didn't sweet you talk your love. He just looked in your eyes.
Mm.
He just looked in your eyes.
I fancied him for ages.
And he wants to let you understand he brought the beauty out in you.
Mm.
He really did. There's a picture of the both of you, but he's leaning over you. And he's like this, laughing, and you're laughing with him. And it's a beautiful snapshot when you blow that up.
Mm.
Okay? It's going to take a long time for you to understand the whole concept of this. But don't think that the world is against you. Is your daughter 22 now?
She's 25.
Right, well, this happened. It's a love and empathy from a 22. Okay? They're trying to tell me here, don't worry about it, right? But she is going to give you something that you never thought possible. She misses you. She misses Mum.
Mm.
Why don't you bake again? He's asking, why haven't you put the oven on?
I know, I didn't even cook anymore.
Why don't you bake again?
Just nothing's enjoyable anymore. I feel like when he died, I died.
Yeah. But he's left you with a lot of mixed messages and ways, love. He's left you with a lot of things. But take this to your heart. He loved you
I know he did.
very much. You're the only person he ever found comfort in life. But he felt that he'd let you down. Always remember this. He's proud of you. He's proud of Dan. And he's proud of every part, of every strand, of everything that you've done. And he's proud of you for this. But he's also trying to reassure you that he'll always be taking you on a beautiful journey. And he wants that. He never lied to you, love. How can I put this? What you've seen in him was what you got. If he come in and says, I've got this, and I'm going to help you with this money, and I'm going to help you with this. That job that he had, there was two people that got the sack, love, not just him. There was two people. It wasn't the securest job on the planet, but it was only your job. It would have been something that you would have come to terms with. But to him, it wasn't. It was to him. It was his pride. What's the connection to the tattoo?
I just got a tattoo with Kyle's eye, and he had a tattoo in Latin around his chest, and we had it on his plate on his coffin, so I got that put on my arm.
Oh, isn't that beautiful?
And his wee eye coming out the clouds with his name on it.
So he came into your world and he embraced happiness for 3 years. The 3 years is enough for a lifetime. But
I finally thought for the first time in my life I'd met my soulmate. You know, when you just think, I've waited all my life for this.
Yeah. Yeah. Because the two of you do look alike in ways. You are very, very similar. He's standing there. He's
Oh,
not lost, by the way. He's not lost. He's with a lady. He's either mum or he's with a lady. And he found a lot of hurt there because he had a lot of heartache in his family. And whether that was grief, but he missed part of his loved ones, and now he's with them again. They're the one who come and took him away. So in that level, he wants to let you understand that he didn't want to leave. He realized what he'd done, and then he thought,
he
all right,
regretted.
yeah. The angels have got him, love. He wants you to cook again. He wants you to make anything that you can, famous stews. Anything you can. Will you please send love to Dan about what was said? Because he didn't understand that he would step up the way he did. And even though he didn't know him, he did it for you.
Thank you.
You know, he did it for you. Dan, I'm going to send light to you today.
Thank
Just
you.
love. Did that help?
Yeah, it did. Thank you. Thank you for giving me that message. It really does mean a lot.
It means a lot to me too, and it means a lot to everyone, because you know what it is, love. When it comes towards all of this, there is only one person that will ever take life, and that's him. And it's only one person that will ever take your heart.
100%.
You've got a beautiful new change coming your way. Watch out for it in March. But on his memory, which is only what? Is it going to be New Year?
Day, yeah, 29th of January.
Yeah. Well, watch out for New Year, because you will hear news of a house move.
Okay.
That house hasn't felt lucky for you.
I wish I never moved.
The house has definitely never felt lucky. Go back to the south of Berricliff.
Okay.
God bless you.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
Thank you for coming on. Thank you.
Thank you.
Take
Bye.
care, love. Thank
Bye.
you. Bye. Don't you? Are you sure? Okay. So we've got Angie joining me. Hi, Angie, and we've got Eileen as well, who would like to join me. As you can see, everybody's there. I hope you're enjoying it. Please let me know. I can't really wave to you and see comments coming up there, but I just want to say, if you want to join me live on the link, please do. It'd be a pleasure to meet you all. I'm with my auntie at the moment. She's come all the way from beautiful Liverpool to turn around and say how cool Newcastle is. Not because we won the Champions League then.
Well,
Not because we won the cup then.
no.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Because you were there the night we did, didn't you?
Yes, I
Yes,
was.
you were.
I was,
Uh-huh.
yes, definitely.
And you know what it is? It's about time to come our way. Yes.
Well, we let you.
We'll let you off with that one.
Yeah.
Oh well, that's good. But I just want to let you know, you were like that when they were sitting there in the match and that, weren't you? You were like,
Yeah.
it's actually happening. Uh-huh.
But as I say, you can't win them all.
Damn it. If we could, we'd be geniuses,
Yes,
wouldn't we?
yeah,
We'd be multi-millionaires in a lovely chateau.
Yeah,
wouldn't we?
definitely.
Yeah. We could get that far though, Auntie. I tell you, it might happen. You
Yeah,
never know, pet.
You
You
never
never know, pet. Well, that's it. But at the end of the day, I can honestly say, in the meantime, keep on smiling. Okay, we have Angie. Angie, we are talking about grief and how it affects us. and our lives and our journey. Okay, Angie, you ready? Give me a thumbs up. You're ready to go. Hello, Pet.
Hello there.
How are you?
I'm okay. Suzanne, I'm just a little bit like, well, both of you, just the two girls you've had on, like Trish. I'm struggling to come to terms with losing my dad. I'm like Trish. I feel like people say, you know, that they're with you, and I feel like my dad's not. But I think, on the other hand, if I got anything, I think I would be frightened. But I love to have readings and hear about him. But I think, like, if I thought he was in my house, I would be frightened.
Yes.
And then my problem is like, my mum, she's 78, she's not in the best health. And I'm absolutely terrified of losing her, because my mum's a great believer in his life after death. She keeps saying to me, don't worry, she's not frightened of dying, you'll see us again. But then I keep thinking, well, if I'm not seeing me dad or things, I'm not going to see me mum. And I'm really, really struggling with it. I have spoke to my doctor about it, and, you know, they have said to go to counselling, but I'm just struggling, because I know it's like everybody, you know, you don't want to lose them, but I just don't know how I'm going to cope when my mum goes. And like I say, I would just love something like, you know, of me dad. But like I say, like, I know it sounds daft, but I don't want anything in the house, like, because I live on my own.
Yes.
And I think I would get, like, quite frightened, you know, because I don't know how I would act. But I just need to know that there is, like, something. So
that makes sense, Angie. I totally understand that. And like we've just mentioned there to Trish,
yeah,
when it comes towards your nearest and dearest here, right? Nobody would compare to that.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you couldn't get your head around the whole situation. And isn't it bizarre that we go through the course of our life thinking that mom and dad are going to be here forever?
Yeah.
And they're loving, and, you know, it's a second home when you move on for your life and you get your own home. Your home with your mom and dad is their home.
Yeah.
Your home too. Do you see what I mean? And it's like all of that goes with it. Well, I got to honestly tell you one thing: your dad's never alone too. He's never alone. Did he have an illness that was connected to his work? So he wasn't the one who smoked all the time?
You what? Sorry, Suzanne?
Did he smoke?
I'm gonna. It's hard, because, like, he would say probably buy like 20 cigarettes and they'd last him 3 years. He was one of these that just now and again, you know what I mean? And like Christmas Day, for years, he used to have a cigar, and that was it. But like I would say, no, he wasn't a smoker, but like I say, yes, he was. Like, as I say, he could probably have like one every 6 months or something, you know what I mean? Just, but
where's the dartboard coming into this?
Dartboard.
I just got a dartboard, like you know, when you get bullseye 180. That's what I've just got right in front of you, and right in front of me. Sorry. Okay, so I'm going to bring your dad in the room. Is that all right? My room, not yours. Is that all right? Because I get the energy with the angels. Come in, bring him in. It won't be like beam me up, Scotty, and out like that. Right? It'll basically be your father in the room. You let what you see is what you're gonna get, whether he's in a good mood or a bad mood. He's in the room. Is that all right?
Yeah.
Okay. And didn't get us wrong. I'm not saying that he was surrounded with women, but there's enough going on around here. on the other side, and he wants to let us know here that he can half yodel when he wants to, right? And he's pulling to his chest here. You were his favourite. Now, what's happened to your curly hair?
Well, that was just perms over the years, and like as I say, it's been like 13 years since he actually passed over, but it feels like just yesterday. And I like obviously when he died, my hair was like wavy and.
Well, I want to let you know, 13 years, is that coming up in the summer? Was that in the summer?
February, Valentine's Day.
Well, you bear in mind, he's trying to show me the connection to the summer. He wants to let me know here that he's with 2 other gentlemen that are very close to him, but he's surrounded with loads of women. Okay, so that must be his side of the family that's coming in. And there has been 3 people that have passed over close to him before he passed over. So they're the ones that come and took him away.
Right.
Meaning he didn't want to leave. Do you see what I mean? But I need to let you know, with your dad, he'll come up for air and then he'll gasp and then he'll come up for air again. Your father, he's a remarkable man. He's trying to give me a William here. He wants to give me this. He's with his father. Is his dad died in his 40s then?
To be honest, Suzanne, I'm not sure.
Because was his dad 41 when he passed over? And did he work down the shipyards, his father?
I don't know.
You don't know about his side of the family?
Not really, no.
Right. But I need to let you know he is with his
family.
I
know, like, his mum and dad, like, well, I was going to say, yeah, they probably did, because when I was growing up, I never had a nan and grand on my dad's side.
Right.
When I was little. So well, not that I can remember being young, but I think, like, by the time I was, like, say, 10 and that, I can never remember a nan and granddad on my dad's side.
Right. Well, I need to let you know he's with the ladies, the lady with the big shoulders. He's trying to tell us she's got like strong woman, and that must be connected to a sister to him. He's also trying to tell me he's always propping your mother up. He said because she's losing her balance, right? And he wants to let me know she will not have a stick unless she wants to hit anybody with it.
It's funny you say that, because, like I say, she's now had to go, like, into a wheelchair because she can't walk about. She can get about the house, but going out anywhere, she's got to be in a wheelchair.
She hates that.
Yeah.
Yeah, she hates that. And you don't like that in her. Do you see what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And there is a connection to a Carol or Caroline or connection to there with her. Would you just let Mum know that he's listening to everything that's happening here, but he's definitely agreeing with her. And he also wants to tell me that he idolizes you, and that's why he called you Angie, because you're an angel. And he also wants to let me know he never thought that you would ever come out. Meaning you were very, very quite happy where you were. And he wants to let you know with the day you were born, you give him a lot more than he ever bargained for. Okay? Meaning the 2 of you had a beautiful bond. It was exquisite. But you know what it is? Your dad didn't need anything from anyone. He just needed you and family members.
Yeah.
He needed you because it's important that he needed you. He's saying to us as well, right, he's shown me a gentleman that got hit to the side of the head. Okay? And he's all right. He's with me, he's trying to tell me. But he's also trying to give me that he's with 2 other men that he thought the world of. And one of them weren't a brother, but they must have been a brother-in-law. So he's definitely with this person. Okay? Was it your mum that lost a brother young?
No.
Right,
no.
Can you understand the connection towards? Pardon?
There's only, like, my mum, a brother and a sister, and the brother's still alive.
Where's the connection to Michael? Or a Mick connection? So whether that's connected to him, he wants to show me he's with the younger man here. Okay? Right. And he also wants to let me know that he's quite happy with this because he loves the family, but he had good friends and good family with him. He
Yeah.
never really got to bridge that gap with his family, but when he passed over, he definitely did.
Right.
Okay. And he wants to let you know it's not that you haven't been able to see us or feel us. He says when you two are together, do you often go for meals together, you and Mum?
No, like I say, Suzanne, she's just really like sort of gone downhill. Like don't get us wrong, I'm not saying, she's dying, but she's just got so much wrong with her, and she's just like I would say like stuck in a rut. Like she does like to go, like just 15th of September, we went to Blackpool for like a long weekend. She likes to go away for like a few days, but when she's in the house, she's in the house, and that's it.
Yeah. You see, that's what she's always loved. She's always loved the little breakaways.
Yeah,
with a
she
bundle of
does.
people.
And like going back in the day, she did like used to go out and have food, and she was always one that put on good parties, and
I was can say that.
just like stopped everything. And that's another thing that'll upset me, because like I feel like me and me mum, even though I'm always there, and that like I feel like I haven't had like that mother and daughter relationship where like mum will meet you in the town for a coffee, mum will go out and have some food, and do you know what I mean? It's just because it's like you ask her to do anything, it's like, oh Angie, I can't be bothered. And I just feel like I haven't had that like that kind of bond with her.
Yeah. It feels like you're there to comfort her and give her the hope and understand her, but when it comes towards you showing that you're enjoying times together, that is valued, it's not there. It's like the routine sometimes feels not stale as such, but it feels like it's the Groundhog Day side of it.
Yeah.
That's the way it goes. What about these roses? Where's all these roses coming in?
Well, every mum's favourite flowers.
He's giving
Every
me all
mum's favourite flowers, and every time I go and see her, I always take a bunch of roses.
Right, because he's telling me that he buys her a bunch of roses and it costs him now.
Yeah.
And he wants to let you know he's been on the top for that for a while. And he wants to tell you that he's always giving her roses, but it's all different colours. Everyone is different colours, right? He also wants to let us know that he's made it up with people that he never thought possible. But when it comes towards him and his mother, your mom and your granny were like a mother, was like a beautiful mother figure to him. Your grandma, she's standing right next to him. She's still trying to pull the ribbons out of her hair, pet.
Yeah.
Right? Your granny, that's your mom's mom. Yeah. Now, she was in her 90s when she passed over, was she?
No, she was only 65. But I don't know if it's a different connection, but my ex-husband's granny was 92 when she passed over. I don't know if that's anything, but my nana was 65.
Well, where's the connection to Doris or Dolly? Is that the Dot or Dolly?
That was my nana's mum, Doris. That was like my nana's mum.
Yep. Well, I need to let you know that that's connected towards. So this lady standing next to Doris.
Right.
Okay. And she lived until she was in her 90s, was she? Doris.
Well, I don't know about my nana's mum, but my nana's mum was definitely called Doris.
Right, but she's standing next to Doris and your dad's standing next to them.
Right.
Okay. And don't worry, he's doing the odd jobs because he needs favours. And he wants
I hope he's doing them right, because my dad was not a DIY man, mind. I always remember my brother, he come in one night drunk, and he had an argument with my other brother, and he punched my mum's kitchen door. So the next day when my dad got up, he was, oh yeah. So he crushed loads of digestive biscuits, put a bit of water in, and filled the hole with digestive biscuits. And I don't know if you can remember years ago, everyone used to have them like cupboards with the slidey doors, and they were like, yeah, they were blue, and my dad put one of them up, but you had to like stop before it got to the end because he never put the runners on properly. They would just slide out. But he was absolutely useless at DIY. And as I say these biscuits, he was saying to me, Mum, I bet you they stay there. He's saying they'll be all right, and put a bit filler, and then we'll sand it down. So when you're saying he's doing his bit DIY, I hope he's doing it right.
He's not man, he's directing the nana and the great grand what to do. If he cannot polish his shoes and been doing enough, then I'm sorry he won't do out else. Your dad could talk his way into anything and talk his way out of it now.
Yeah, he certainly could do that, definitely.
Where's the connection towards, it's either Edward or Ed. Now, if that doesn't make any relevance to you, right? It's not connected towards your side, it's connected to your mother's. So, I need to bring it out.
I kind of think of an Ed.
Where's the man with the kilt? Or where's the man that we used to have, like, not like bagpipes, but he used to have like he never used to wear something that was in the pants type of thing. He had like a kilt. Now, if you kind of connect, I just want to see he's standing right next to him.
Right.
Okay. Now, in that relationship between him and Doris, right, and your Nana was a beautiful woman. She had the voice of an angel.
She was.
And she was a beautiful, sweet lady. Yeah. But your father would make a saint swear.
Yeah.
Okay. But he had a really bad problem with his dad, did he?
Like I say, Suzanne, I don't really know with his side. It's like, never used to really talk about them. As I say, I think, like, you're right what you say. I think he must have lost them when he was, like, they were young or whatever, because, like I say, I can't even put an age to growing up. I always remember my mum's mum and dad, but never my dad's mum and dad.
Right.
So I don't know. It's something. We might have talked, but I possibly cannot remember. So I don't know a lot of anything really.
He's trying to tell me that he's with the gentleman with the it's like he's got a beautiful relationship with him, but he has now that he's died, that he's passed, right?
It
must be his father that we're talking about there, but they do look alike.
Right.
They are very, very much look alike, and you look like your father. I can see your dad with you in the video right now, right? The way that you do certain things, you definitely like him, but you also understand as well that your dad runs through every member of the family the way he does. Okay?
Yeah.
But he's trying to tell me that he's reunited with him because he was the gentleman that brought him up or helped bring him up. It might not be your father we're talking about there. It could be your granddad.
Right.
Okay? But this man had a really strong connection to either Jedburgh or that way up, or the connection towards a little bit further up north.
Right.
We've got the Geordie connection, of course we have, but he's trying to let me know there was one that ventured off.
Like I say, I'll ask me mum because my mum will know. So I'll ask them questions to me mum.
And I can hear a banjo. What's all that?
Banjo.
Like, when you hear the like a little banjo, it's not ukulele and out like that. It's definitely like a string of banjo. I can hear it in the background when he's connecting to me. Okay. Now he wants to let me understand that he's there at your beck and call. He always will be, but he's got 2 other women on the go, but they haven't gone around telling your mother. Right? But you know the way the women are, because you know what it is, they look like her. So they're related. So all I say to you, he says, I couldn't cop another one. He says, you haven't got time for all of that. And he wants to let you know as well that he's trying to tell you that whatever man wants to from there, he says, I'm always there waiting for her. And I will not let her suffer like you are doing at the minute. Okay? So he's trying to tell me, we don't suffer in silence, pet. You just light us a candle and I'll be there to help you.
Yeah.
Is your mom 78?
Yeah.
He's trying to tell us, well, I'll tell you
70,
something now.
78, that's our age.
Right? He wants to let us know. He says she's still looking as sweet as 78.
Yeah.
And he still loves her to this very day. They've known each other since they were kids.
Yeah.
And isn't it remarkable that I'm not saying that there was a misapprehension of him ever finding somebody else. He says, no, I'm not as good looking as your mother. It was a hair that caught my attention.
Oh, she used to have beautiful hair. She did.
He said the waviest hair, like an
Yeah.
ocean. He went it was a hair, not that there was not the matter with her appearance. It was definitely a hair.
Yeah.
And he wants to let me know as well. He says, I'm so proud of you, Hinny. When times are hard, you're thinking, where am I going to go? He says, right in my heart.
Oh.
But he wants to let you understand that he's quite happy where he is. But he's not happy at the point where the loss and the grievance has come. But he's trying to tell you as time's going on, you don't have to grieve, Hinny. You just have to heal.
Yeah.
Now, you couldn't take any more patience of anyone else in life. You know why? He says your ex-husband was enough. He says he was a nuisance from the start. He says, and you know me, I didn't take any enough stuff and nonsense off from him.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He says, and I didn't mean to clash with him, Hinny, but unfortunately, I just want to let you know there's only so much we can do about that. But he wants to let you know that he's happy that he stopped the lies and he's happy that you're away from it all.
Yeah.
He says, so we'll just leave that on an even Stephen, he says. Right? And he wants to tell you, you tell the kids I love them and tell people I'm always there. But do us a favour, Henny. Just spend as much time with your mum. Enjoy it. Take her shopping.
Like I see, I must admit, I forgot to mention, she's a massive Newcastle United fan, and she's had a season ticket for 52 years, and she still goes to the Newcastle United matches. If you go on her Facebook, it's all Newcastle United. She's football crazy. She is. She still likes to go to her football matches on the afternoon.
Oh, in the afternoon ones.
She'll not go to the night time because it's too cold. But
So
when
do you
they're playing on
take
an
her?
afternoon, she likes to go.
So do you take her?
No, me brother, because they both got season tickets. But she used to have a good seat because she's been quite upset. She used to have a good seat behind the goal, which she's had for 50 odd years. But because of the stairs, she can't get up the stairs now. So she's had to get one in the disabled area. And she's like, I'm right in the corner now and I cannot see much. But she, as I say, she still likes to get to our football games.
Hey, lovely.
Because my dad used to go mad all the time. Are you going to that bloody football again? Because he was never a football supporter. And she was yeah, I'm going. And
she's still got her old scarves with the badges on.
Everything. She's got Suzanne, you name it, she's got it. And even her wishes for her funeral, she wants everyone to wear Newcastle United top. She wants a black and white coffin. Everything is Newcastle United. She's Newcastle United mad. She's been in the town holding petitions up, get Y, open your eyes and get Y's out when he was in, and followed Kevin Keegan.
That is beautiful, lad.
But that's what you'll see, Angie. Me family and me football is my only enjoyment now.
So did she enjoy the match the other night then?
Oh yes, yeah. And well, I think today she had a little quote thing on Facebook, yeah. Yeah, she did. And as I say, she loves to go, but she used to go to the mall, but now she'll say the nighttime ones are like too cold and what have you. But I'm pleased she's not losing interest in that.
Oh,
Because like
yeah.
I say, I'm dreading when anything happens. And I know slowly when that starts, like she stops going, and I'll just be no good, because I just don't, like I say, Suzanne, I just don't know how I'm gonna cope with it. I just don't, like everybody's the same on them, we don't want to lose parents, but I just don't know how, because I keep thinking, like, 13 year with me dad, and I just feel like it was yesterday.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I just sit every day, and like when me mum rings us, my heart just sinks. I think, is this going to be bad news? Is something going on? It's just, and I cry, and then me brother talk, because me mum is like, she's wrapped me brother up in cotton wool because he had a really bad accident when he was 5-year-old. He was sort of knocked over by a car and then dragged halfway down the street by a bus. And he was in a coma for like 9 months. So my mum's really mollycoddled him and wrapped him up in cotton wool. And she'll say to me, like, he's 48 and he still lives at home, even though he's got a partner and kids. And she'll say to me, Angie, when anything does happen to us, will you please look after Derek? And I'm just thinking to myself, I don't know how the pair are going to cope.
Yeah.
Just...
And it's difficult to understand that, because she is the strength that's keeping you together.
Yeah, and that is a true saying, mind. That is a true saying.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
And you're right. I mean, you wrap your world around your kids, and you make them understand that this is the comfort you give them, but you'll never find that again in a lifetime.
Exactly.
Ever.
Yeah.
And that's what family's all about, isn't it? Keeping together.
That's it. As you say, the granny always used to keep them together. The saying,
Aye.
and it is.
Aye.
It is.
Will you let your mum know about the comfort messages?
I will do, Susanna. I will.
You let her know that he's nicked a couple of badges off her scarf.
Yeah, I will tell her.
You let him know as well that your mum is a legend, but I've also told her father.
Mm-hmm.
And her dad's as bad as her.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. And that's the way it works. Would you ask her about the connection towards this man, with not the Scottish connection, but it might not be Scotland. But you will understand the kilt, right? Would you ask her?
To be honest, Suzanne, like, she has got another partner now. It's just more like a friendship thing. And he's from up Scotland, and they often go up there to his nieces. Because if they go on holiday, my mum and Jim go up to her house and watch their dog while they go on holiday. And that's... Is it the gay got? Oh, was it?
It's Galashiels.
I can't think where it is now.
Is it on the west coast?
They've got he's got the connection like Scotland way. Because my mum keeps saying, if I won the lottery, I would move up here. And I have said, why do you need to win the lottery? If you're happy up here, you live up there. But
you'll
that's
never walk
probably
away
where
from
this...
the castle.
You what, sorry?
You'll never walk away from the castle.
Oh, nah. She would travel down every weekend for the football.
She'll pine for the Newcastle.
Yeah.
She would. She'll pine for you as well. So that's the kilt. Well, your father knows about it, so go and tell her that.
Yeah.
He knows about that man and his kilt and what he does with that. It's good that somebody's keeping her young, love.
It is.
As time moves on, we always believe, when we're blessed with you know, your parents have got to evolve, and like we have to go evolve. And I just think that sometimes if we're very complacent about, right, I kind of move on past that, and then you meet somebody else that makes your heart sing, why not? Why not?
Well, as I say, it's. I think it was just more like company for her,
Yeah.
you know.
Aye.
Just, but
Well,
like I
that's
say,
yeah.
you know, he like looks after her as well, like us, and but like I say, it's just awful watching them grow old, Suzanne, and you know
Oh
it's
God.
going to come, and
Mhm.
because I'm just even going to go back 5 years ago. I never even thought like this, but like now every day I cry, I think about it, and I'm like, oh God, what's going to happen? And she keeps saying to her, Angie, Derek, I need to sit you down and talk about things.
Mhm.
And we know she wants to, but we just can't do it. We just can't sit with her and talk about it.
Yeah, because you know what sometimes we find as well, as time goes by and the days go on and the years go by, it feels like the distance between you and dad is going to change, but it doesn't.
Hmm.
But to us, it feels like it does.
Yeah,
It's like we can't understand. Well, where are you? And you've got to understand this as well. There's no time in spirit, you know. There's no time whatsoever. So
yeah,
they don't run off the course of time like we do. So your dad just feels like he's just gone over in an instant and turned around and there's your mum, or there's you, or there's your brother,
yeah,
and you go back together again. But when it comes towards us trying to understand that from one direction to the next, it's difficult
yeah,
because you're pining for your dad.
yeah. It's just, it's horrible, isn't it?
It is. It is.
It is.
And do you know what I can honestly say over the last, what? When did mum pass over? August. I've just gone through it myself this year. And
Sorry to hear that,
uh,
Suzanne.
it just took us on a journey. I'm a
Yeah,
very private person like yourself, you know, you keep it to yourself and stuff like that. But when she struck ill, that was it. Bang, I was there. And
it's
like I say, you're like a machine. You've got
it's
to be.
strange because Suzanne, you know, like me and me dad, like used to talk about when anything would happen with me mum, because me
Yeah,
mum like got all sorts going on, and there was nothing wrong with me dad, and what everybody thought me mum would go before me dad, but
right.
me mum's lived out everybody, like me nana, me granda, me dad. And as I say, me dad, because he used to come to mine and have a cup of and would sit and talk, and you know, and he would talk about when out happens to your mum, and
Hmm.
everybody thought like, you know, me mum would go first.
Yeah,
And
but
we were sitting
you're around.
talking a few months ago, and she went, Angie, I've outlived everybody's age.
He really,
Mm-hmm. Right.
and that's to keep up the good work, you know, the way she is, because like you said, her spirit's still high. Keep it. If you've got your spirit high, you've got life.
Yeah.
When you lose that, that's when you lose a little bit of something about yourself, don't you?
Yeah.
Really, like you said, the passion for Newcastle United. Well, how many years has she supported Newcastle?
Well, like I say, she's had a season ticket, 52, yeah.
And there you go. She must probably going around when they were standing there with the
Because
freezing
she,
cold and going like that with a little rackets man.
well, she said, because she got something, because with her being like, she's like a VIP, and they'll send her gifts. And she
Oh,
said at
lovely.
the time, I'm sure she said there was only like 6,000 went in the ground when she got off the season ticket.
6,000.
Something like 6,500 or something. But as I say, she's top up there with them, and she'll get like little leather wallets and pens and everything through the post. So
It's,
But like I
it's
say, she
generation of
does
your
look
mum.
forward to our football.
Well, there you go. That's the generation for your mum that made Newcastle the way it is today.
Yeah.
And that's what we'll always appreciate. 57 years, that has got to tell you something, hasn't it?
Yeah. Aye, definitely.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Angie, it's been beautiful talking to you tonight,
Same
pet.
to you, Suzanne. Lovely to meet you, Eileen.
Yes.
Suzanne, but I
Yeah.
do want to ask you, because I did message you, because I did get a scam message about
Yes.
readings. But I do need to know you're genuine, because I do want to have a different kind of reading with you.
Oh, yes. Well, if you
So-
go on the website, you know what it's got on the bottom there, and when you're recording, that's my website. These scammers are coming in trying to impersonate us. You know what it is? There's only one of me. If I had it, then
Well,
you'll
that's
know.
why I messaged you and said, "Is this you?"
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So you're Suzanne Gill.
SuzanneGill.net.
Right.
Just ignore the others, man. They're only amateurs.
But Suzanne, though, you do get people that fall for it, though, don't you?
Oh, yes. Yes,
Yeah.
you do. But you know what it is? They know that I would never ask for anything. So that's why they always, like yourself, they always message, hey, is this you? And I'll say, no. It looks like me, but it's not me.
Well, thank you so much,
Oh,
Suzanne.
it's been a pleasure, Henny. Take care of yourself.
You've lifted us up a little bit, and good night. I'm going to carry on watching you live.
Oh, thank
Thank
you
you so much.
And
Thank
send
you.
my love
Take
to
care.
your mum. Yeah. Take
Good
care,
night.
Henny. Thanks,
Thank you.
now. Bye.
That was lovely, wasn't it?
That was lovely.
Yeah, that was.
Are you a true dedicated Geordie?
No, I'm off. I'll go off, but that's about it.
Half for what?
Off for Geordie, not for the pudding.
Do you want the tail end of the magpie or the beak?
I'll have the beak.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Right, okay, because you'll be the lucky one that it shines on.
Don't want that end.
You don't want that end. No, that is terrible now. Yes. Well, this is me Auntie Eileen. She's come all the way from Liverpool, and she's adorable. She's beautiful. She's the best thing that ever happened on this earth plane. I love her to bits. I can't live without her. And she's got a dog called Molly. Right, but Molly's asleep over there. Now, if you hear a gristling in the background, it's got nothing to do with spirit. If you hear anything like that, it's got nothing to do with that. It's the dog. Is that okay? Yeah, well, I can understand that you turn around and say one thing. What's that noise? Is that spirit world? No, it's the dog. No, if there was a chorus of angels, then it would be a different story, pet. Yeah, but unfortunately, that ain't going to happen tonight. Okay. So send me your link. I said I had one asking if it would yes, please ignore them. These amateurs are coming in and impersonating my account. They're not even from Newcastle. What are they going on about? Yes, and I just want to say they're coming in saying, hi, would you like a reading? And I'm like, you're asking me to ask me if I wanted a reading. Even message me, man. It was amazing. And that's it. You messaged me, Auntie Eileen, messaged everyone, member, even messaged the dog. Yeah, but we put a pause to that.
Yes, we did.
We put a pause to that. Okay, come on now, join me live. I've got Jo. Jo is with me. She's been waiting patiently. I've got Eileen. She's been waiting patiently as well. I said beautiful messages from Trish, Angie as well, and everybody that's joined me. And we're going to go straight to Jo now. Jo, we are on the subject of grief and how it affects us and what our lives from that journey. Okay, Jo, are you ready? Fabulous, here we go. Hello, my pet.
Hiya, you all right?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm all right, thank you.
Yes, you're looking lovely.
Oh, thank you.
You do. You look lovely. I love your hair.
Oh, thanks.
You know what it does for my hair?
What?
Hairspray.
I love a bird spray. Hold it all back. Clack it all up, as I used to say.
Aye, clag it up and then different strike a match, whatever you do.
Oh God, no,
No.
nah.
Nah.
There's not one thing about this that's natural.
I know. Don't go kneeling over to anybody with a tab in the mouth.
No, no, a
Definitely.
candle in and out.
Nah, none of
No.
that. Nah. So, Joe, where are you from?
I'm in Jarrow.
Oh, lovely. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what would you like to talk to us about tonight?
I don't know. I don't know where to start really. I lost my dad in lockdown, and it's a very, very strange thing. Losing someone in lockdown because you don't get to say goodbye.
Oh, right. Yes.
You know what I mean? They're just you hear that they've passed away. Obviously, it's terrible, but you can't go to visit them in the chapel. You know, you couldn't be with them when it happened. So you spend a long time sort of just hovering, I suppose, you know. And even now, every now and then, I'll think, you haven't seen me dad for ages. Like, you're stupid, you know. And then about a year ago, I got diagnosed with cancer. And
Oh.
I always wondered, some things have been very touch and go with it, but I always wondered, was he angry that I never got to see him and that he never said goodbye, or was he on his own? And then I thought, well, is he watching over? Because it's been a bit. There's been times when, you know, I didn't think it was going to be okay, and then just turned out the last second I kind of always knew somewhere in there it was, and I was going to sort it. It was going to sort itself out, and it was going to be okay. I'm not saying it's all out of the woods yet, but I often wonder: is it possible I'm getting some reassurance from somebody?
Like a guardian angel, or your dad coming through to give you that comfort?
Either. I'm not sure which way that I could take it, but like I say, I think all the hard work's still got to be done. You know, that there's nothing.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to miraculously make us better. That's all going to come through different ways, and I know that. But I always wonder if someone gives you that sort of that settling that you need to say, look, you might be all right. I don't know.
Well, totally. I understand what you're saying, because you know you've gone through this transition, losing dad through COVID, and that is the most frightening experience this whole world had to uncover.
Yeah.
And experience themselves of losing somebody. Like you just said, you had the boundaries, you had the loneliness, you had the you know the whole separation of it all. You couldn't even go and, what was the funeral? You know, you couldn't even say goodbye to them in your own terms, in your own way.
No, nothing.
So
We
all
had
of that escalated, really.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it was out of your hands.
Yeah. I made a peace with it because of that, exactly what you said there. There wasn't a thing you can do to change it, you know, and it's pointless wishing things were different. So you just have to deal with what's in front of you, you know. Really wish none of it had happened the way it had, but there was other things going on in the world. The only thing it's left us with is a real bitterness to Boris Johnson and his parties, because if I'd known it was that easy to see him to fling a party, I would have done it.
Yeah.
So annoying. But you know, that's life, isn't it? You know.
But you're right. The government were all eyes on the government, and it's like basically they did nothing but take you down the garden path, lead you all the way around again, and bring you back around again. You know, in layman terms. And we're right. We never went behind the veil. You think about it, right? All of a sudden, Parliament was live, and you could watch what they were doing. No eyes were on Parliament until COVID turned up. And now nobody really cares about them.
Exactly.
They wanted to get them out the door, which is, very true, right? But when it comes to that niche, and when it comes towards the COVID situation, it was too late. It was far too late. So that's where a lot of people like yourselves had to suffer with losing dad. Coming back towards this new journey that you're on, and you're leaving your fate and destiny in the hands of the medicine at the minute, which is the doctors and what they've got to terms. You're going to be okay.
Right.
You're going to be fine.
Right.
You're caught at the right time.
Right.
Okay. But I just want you to know that you're never alone, because you've got a beautiful Egyptian guide near you.
Oh, have I?
You're very, very strongly connected. I felt that when you first come in. I'm not saying that your connection to Sheba, right? Sheba, right? But I am feeling that you're a little bit on the ISIS side of things. The connection to the raw God, the
Right.
connection.
Yeah.
But I definitely see that you're attracted towards either the eye or the connection towards the pyramid.
Oh, right, right.
Okay, so you've got some
Yes,
really strong connection there.
right.
Okay, and we all
Yes.
transcend and we all evolve through life.
Mm-hmm.
It could be you turn around saying to you, "Oh my God, in my past life, I wish I was a pharaoh." Right? And all those
I
things.
definitely know this. I'd definitely be hanging out with the servants more than the masters. Definitely.
I'll be ironing the curtains, man. Don't worry about that.
Hey, don't. I'll have a coffee with Oh, I definitely. I'm giving out the wine. I'm not, I'm not getting a chance at it. Oh
I'll be
dear.
the jester. I'll be the one. Let's taste it for poison pet. Okay, here I go again.
We get a better laugh though.
Well, that's what I felt with you, is that you turned around and said to me, who is giving me this guidance and this strength? I would really say
Yeah.
one thing, start tapping into something that is Egyptian.
Right.
Okay, never need dancing yourself around with toilet roll and thinking that you're a monkey,
Have a chance.
right? Because that's not going to work. Like that's it. That was in your past, man. It's in your past. Yeah, but it's something connected to you on Egyptian level.
Right.
Okay,
So
and
any suggestions? Any tips?
I would really say one thing is that you go to the only way that you can connect towards your guardian angel is this, right? Do you meditate?
Yes, I have done. I haven't for a long time, but it's yeah.
Attract yourself to meditation. That is going to come on the Egyptian side of things. Okay. Now we all know where the Egyptians reigned to. They were, before everything else evolved. And just remember one thing: how beautiful they were, and the way that they represented their traditions. For instance, used to have the healing rods, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
The Alpha and the Omega, the healing rods. So it was the copper and the silver, and they walked around with the healing rods. Right? Maybe get yourself a couple of healing rods and meditate with them.
Okay.
Do you see what I mean? Certain things that they used to have, they always used to wear the aspect of gold. Do you wear anything gold on the fingers?
No, nothing at all.
Right. Okay. Well, maybe something that is significant to the gold. Okay.
Yeah.
Another thing as well, the male side of things is definitely connected to you to the Egyptian. The reason why I know this is because when you come on the phone straight away, I got a premonition of this big, massive sphinx.
Right.
And I knew it wasn't Auntie Eileen. She kind of. Okay, but when it comes towards yourself, I instantly recognized that it was drawn to you for a reason.
Okay.
Your dad will always be beside you in life, to the right of you. Your guardian angel will always be the sign in alignment to the face of you, to the front of you.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when you're connected, your dad's to the right, which is the loved ones to the right.
Yeah.
That way. And the guardian angel is right in front of you.
Okay.
I know that you're very uncertain about where your destiny is going at the minute, but all I say is take one day at a time.
Yeah. I know.
They're gonna wear it's gonna wear you out, but the thing is, though, your family flapping around you will wear you out more. If they don't know what to do. You see what I mean?
No, that is true.
You're the only one that knows how to sort this out. Okay. But from this September to now, it's been a little bit of a shake for you.
Yeah.
You're waiting to hear about results from pieces of paper.
Yeah.
All you need to do is meditate and say them pieces of paper are going to be good news.
Right.
You're in control of this, Joe.
Right.
You're in control of what's coming in here. It's your body in tuning towards your balance. Maybe you need to find the balance of what your body's trying to tell you.
Yeah.
More than what the doctor's trying to tell you.
Yeah. That actually, well, there's another thing. Like I say, I mean, the treatment's the treatment. If the treatment was easy, everyone would do it. That's what I keep saying. You know, it's not easy, but I get frustrated at the parts where I'm not doing treatments, and I think, well, I should be better. I should be recovered. I should be making the most of the little bit, you know, the bits in between. And when they're not that way, I get frustrated. I get angry. And I feel like I'm not in control. It's more of a spiral when I'm not on treatment, because I expect my expectations, I think, are just too much. And that's when I start doubting things and questioning, you know.
And you're right, even in the pitfalls of this journey that you're going towards, right? When
Yeah.
they start handing you all these kind of smarty boxes and say, you've got to take that and you've got to take this and you've got to take
Yeah.
that, all of a sudden you're in control of your body. Your body's getting hammered with all of these
Yeah.
steroids and everything else that's going to go with it, and
Yeah.
something to avoid that and something to avoid the other, and this and then your body is going to try and process that within the space of 24 hours and catch up with everything that's coming in at the same time.
True. Yeah, that's exactly what it's like. That's exactly what it is. Yeah. So it's
And
not, yeah, not easy.
it's not easy when your body's trying to tell you other things.
Yeah. Yeah.
And all you do now is sleep.
Yeah, it is. It is. That's all I want to do.
Is go to sleep.
Yeah. All I want to do is have a nap. But you kind of, it's a chemical thing, so you kind of just sleep, you know. But yeah, that's what, it's just exhaustion now, I think, more than anything.
Yeah. So how long have you been on this journey?
I got diagnosed in July last year. I started treatment in September last year. I had two sets of chemo to take, infusions, then had a mastectomy, radiotherapy, and then back on chemo. So I've just finished the chemo, the third set of chemo, and then I got another mastectomy in 3 weeks' time.
Is the mastectomy, is that the one that's a walk in the park compared to the chemo?
It really is, you know. And as much as I hate hospitals with a passion, if there's anything that I can't bear out of all this, it's anaesthetic. But I was talking to somebody once and they said, you'd be a freak if you enjoyed it, wouldn't you? It would be really weird if you enjoyed getting put to sleep. But yeah, in comparison, because you understand how you're going to heal from an operation. You understand what's coming and you're in control of it. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's just a lack of control with everything. Chemo, you don't know how you're going to be, you know, and it's not like having a cold. It's not like getting over flu, you know. It's on and then some more and then some more. It's very strange sensation.
Yeah. You see the one thing, the chemo, coming into the chemo, you see the big massive bag is like a breeze compared to that little bag.
Yeah,
And
you're
the
right.
little bag just goes, wipes it off that's it. The infection comes in and everything else, and that's where you've got to be monitored.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. I did it. There was one of the last chemo I had. They said, watch your feet. If your feet get damaged, little cuts can develop. If they get damaged, you've got to stop straight away. And I thought, little cuts, I'm going to stop this. I'm going to be fine. And then I went for a one about 2-3 weeks ago. They had to look at my feet and went, oh, you're done. It ulcerated. It was a mess. And I said, well, no, as long as I'm all right. But they said, well, it's if you continue like this, you'll end up in hospital. Because you kind of fight infection. You cannot look after yourself the way you normally would. You know, it doesn't matter how big and strong you think you are, and yet lo and behold, I got COVID about a week later. So it serves us right.
Well, that's everywhere as well, isn't it? That's
exactly
just the value of what's coming in at the minute.
Yes.
You know,
yes.
It just takes you on that journey. Yeah, I mean,
right.
I've sat there and watched two people go through it, and right beside them all the way, and I just see the change in them straight away. And you're right, when you go in with that positive mindset, I'm going to be all right, man. This is the third time. I'm used to this. I'm used to this chemo.
Yeah.
I'm used to this. It's your body saying, oh, another knock, another bang, another way.
Yeah.
There we go. And one could affect the other. that would just spiral into something that could
Yeah.
just
That's
take
right.
it on a journey.
That's right.
Mhm.
Right at the beginning, I remember saying that there was a lushness there, and this is what I was talking about. I didn't know if it was spiritual, it might not be. And you look for answers, you know, when you can't find
Yeah.
them yourself in the obvious places. And I remember saying to her, is it treatable? And she said, at that stage, yes. I says, that's all I want to hear. It doesn't matter how bad, good, whatever comes out at the end. Treatable, let's focus on that. Let's just, you know, it gets worse as you go. Well, mine did. It gets worse as you go through. And every time I asked her the question, the last time she answered, just, we're doing our best. And then you start wobbling when you hear, we're trying hard. You think, right, okay. But like I said, somewhere in there, I always thought, I don't want to be cocky about it just in case I jinx anything, but I just thought there's something saying if I keep my head down and get over it, you know, it's going to be okay. They've said I've got a high risk of it coming back in 5 years. Nobody wants to really hear that, but I think in the back of my head, I keep thinking if I just do this, if I just tick these boxes here, you know, that's why I was asking the question. Really, I think I've heard you say before, it can't be. I wouldn't be getting anything necessarily off someone who'd passed, but I don't know. I was just linking two things together as well, I think.
Oh, no, Joe, at the end of the day, you know, we all need answers. And like you've just said it there, you know, the closure between what you went through with your dad through the COVID, and then all of this has turned up in 2022, was it, or 23?
Yeah, 22.
22. So there you are. You're 2 years apart and you've gone through all this transition. Then all of a sudden this crept down the woods right at you. You know what I mean? And it's like, how can you cope with everything that's gone on? Your dad will always give you that support. He will always give you that massive support.
Yes.
And yet there is going to be a light at the end of this tunnel with this cancer.
Yeah.
Is it at its second stage or is it at the third?
I was at well, breast cancer is a little different. I was at number 3 out of 3. So it hit the lymph nodes. And everything we're doing now is preventative to stop, because there's such a high risk of you getting it again in the next 5 years. So when I was going through the chemo, it killed it in my lymph nodes, which is fabulous, but the tumour itself grew. So they just said, look, let's go everything out. And then the second set of everything we're doing is to just try and stop it or slow it down, or, you know, just give it nowhere to go the next time.
Yeah, put this dog in its cage type of thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
Put the
So
cancer
remove everything.
Yeah. And that's a journey in itself. And you know, and it tests your patience, man. It tests you, and it tests you. And you know, your dad would walk through that with you every day.
Yeah, I know he would.
I can feel that with him.
Mm-hmm.
And your spirit guide has made you a lot stronger because of your positive thinking.
Oh, good.
And don't get me wrong, I know that we could all sit there and say, well, they're around us like rainbows and with this, that, and the other, and they're not far away from the stars. The third star or the third rock to the moon, whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's you need this validation to understand that this journey ahead of you, you'll never walk alone.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. I think as well, you know, it's kind of important to know that if you have got somebody and there is somebody there who's helping you guide, you'll hear the good and the bad. And I think that's quite important as well. That everyone can pretend that everything's going to be okay, but I think if you've got a good guide, they'll help you through bad stuff, but they'll not kid you either.
No, they won't. No, they won't. And that's very true. I remember going through an experience 6 years ago, and I stopped my life for him. Okay.
Right.
And I went straight on the heel because he was at the key stage, 4 stage, and he was looking at death face on.
Yeah.
And I went, nah, not today. This ain't going to happen.
Right.
Okay. It's not possible.
Right.
Because I've already lost a partner. I wasn't prepared to lose another.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I turned around and said to him, right, you're 35. You've still got your youth. Your youth is the important thing. You're young and you've got this in front of you.
Yeah.
Let me help you through it. And he opened up his arms to us. And you know what it is? It took a year and a half, maybe 2 years to come out of that, right?
Yeah.
But the journey in itself was chipping away him, that I
Yes.
could see a change in him every day.
Yeah.
But when you said there, let's put this dog in its cage.
Mm.
Just when you're going through this, visualize just that in a cage.
Yes.
That's what I said to him. Visualize it, nipped in the bud.
Yeah.
It's
That's
not
a great way
going,
to put it.
it's not going anywhere. It's just in a cage. And
Yeah.
you've got the key.
Yeah.
And you are allowing your this to
Yeah.
run free. You ain't. You're like a spoiled child. You're getting cut where you belong.
Yeah.
And do you know what it is? After I said that to him, I remember saying it to my mum as well.
Mm.
And my mum was a different story. But when it come towards this experience, right, it gave him that hope and that morale that he got that control back again.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's the thing, though, isn't it? When you might feel wretched, like I said, there's so much you're not in control. That's life with many, many things. When you're not in control, it's a horrible feeling. But when you feel like you can regain that, you might not have it, but you can regain that control.
Mhm.
I think that's so important. It'll give you a lift that you never thought you had.
Exactly. It
Yeah.
is. You
Yeah,
know,
I
that,
agree with you.
that poison that comes through the body, it's all specially designed and it does what it's got to do. It even
Yeah.
puts the cancer at bay, right?
Yeah.
But it doesn't agree with us as a human beings. And we
No.
wish we had different forms and different ways to get rid of it. Like
Yeah.
a magician, the Merlin. There you go. And
Yes.
there you are.
You know.
That's it. It's done, right?
Yes.
There's other changes that they're bringing in. But we are the finest example of this modern day age of illness. Because if it works with you, it works with anyone.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right. But
You're the
even then, though, sorry, go on.
No, you're fine. Go on.
I was going to say I was got talking to some people because you try to get your head around it, make some sense. And a friend of mine, her mum was diagnosed in the I think she said in the 70s, and the only cure there was no chemo. Oh, if there was, it wasn't available to everyone. It was a double mastectomy. That was it. And
Yeah.
I thought, that must be like a flip of a coin as well, whether you survived or not. If that's
Mhm.
it, if it hit your lymph nodes, could they tell? I honestly don't know. So, it gave us that perspective as well, though, because I thought, and I hope this is for other people as well, mind, who are going through it, where you think, yeah, you're lucky. There's certain things I've considered good luck along the way, which I think are a guide thing. My type of cancer was undetectable. And then this cyst, I knocked myself one night, and I got a bit of a cyst. And that's what I went with. Cancer was happy on its own, doing its thing. You couldn't see it, couldn't feel it, totally undetectable. And it was just because there was just these little freak things along the way where someone sort of went, let's have a look at that again. And that's what moved it to the next thing. And that's when I like to think someone somewhere was saying, giving it pushes in the right direction. And if you go all the way back to when I was saying to this woman in the 70s, you'd be a goner.
Exactly.
If the modern poisons weren't here now, you wouldn't survive.
Well, of course you wouldn't know.
No.
Because you're putting your life in the hands of wherever you are. And it's the not knowing as well as the symptoms of,
Totally.
what you go through, like the aches and pains in your body and the body sweats. And if you're in the menopause, well, your body sweats anyway.
Yes, exactly.
So you just put it down to the menopause.
Yeah,
Well, your body
exactly.
changes in many ways. And
Yeah.
then, well, I don't know about the male side of it, but with the female side of it, we can't put it down to, oh, well, I just thought I was going through the change of life. And then the next minute, it doesn't
You're
work
right.
out that way.
No.
I remember a lady I spoke to, and she turned around and said to us, she went, well, she says, I was sitting in the room with them watching telly. And she said, normally I sit there like that and watch telly. She said, normally I would sit there like, but this night I was sitting with my hands in cross formation. And she said, all of a sudden, I got this like tickle, tickle, tickle. Like
Right.
something was trying to tickle her. And then she felt the lump.
There you are. There you are.
She went to the
It-
doctors the next day. And then
Yeah.
that was part of the journey. That was it. There
Yeah.
she is.
But isn't it like, that's what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe that's what I wanted you to. I didn't come on. Don't get me wrong. There wasn't a part of this as much as you want to come on. Go, am I going to be okay? Because that's not. I know that's not how it works. But it was the questions about the bits that have been interesting. Like exactly what you said there. This particular night where I knocked myself. Oh God, I'm so sorry for anybody who's sensitive. I was sitting in the house with my family. Come out of the shower, just put a hoodie on, didn't put any underwear on the top,
Mhm.
and I knocked me boob, and that's when I felt this thing. But that would never happen in normal. You know, I always used to get dressed, do put your underwear on, do the normal stuff. Just this one night, I didn't feel like it, and that's what started it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just those little fluke things, and there's been so many of them along the way. They haven't cured us, they haven't healed us, but they've definitely changed the course of things
That.
along the way,
Okay.
and that's the bit where it left us with more questions than answers, I think. But in a
Mhm.
way, I hope they were nice, happy accidents, if you like.
Yeah. And have you noticed as well when you go into the wards and that, and people open freely about what you're going through, and they're like, oh, well, that happened to me, and then I'm all right now. But if you do this and do that and do the other,
Yeah,
then you'll be all right. You'll be fine.
yeah,
I've got to
yeah.
reassure you one thing, my dear. They say that you're in the danger zone or you're in one zone or the other zone. Not your mindset. Your mindset's totally different.
Yeah,
Your
yeah.
mindset is seeing this over the rainbow.
Got it. I can't see the point. Don't get us wrong. Like anybody, every now and then, it happened tonight. You hear a low and you think, "Oh my God," because you're tired, you're knackered. But I cannot see the point of giving in. You sort of crave normality. I think that's that's the easiest way I've put it at the minute. I crave normality. I want to be out and kicking my height again. I want to
Yeah.
be, enjoying the ozone and listening to the leaves. It's stupid things, but they start meaning a lot when it's been a year out. But that's how it should be. You should appreciate the daft little things.
Yeah, but everybody says it gives you a new awakening, and you know where you say, I'll never grumble about life again until somebody comes along and makes you think about that. Like,
Exactly. That you're exactly right. It'll test us. I
well,
said
there
I'll
you
never be on.
go.
I'll never shout at anyone again about it.
Yes, yes, but somebody tests your patience, and that's it. Poof, everything's
Yeah.
out the window. Yes, but when it comes towards the recognition, no, Joe, you're seeing a year and a half down the line now, Henny, right? You're a remarkable person. You're some
you.
strength, and you're a beautiful asset for others. You know why?
Why?
Because what you've just mentioned there, nothing stops you, Henny.
No, well, all right, I'm going to pull it back to my dad again. He got stopped in these tracks, like many, many millions of people do. So if you think you're going to get stopped, and then someone says, "But there's a rope grab on," you might as well. I cannot see the point in not. You might as well see it through, because whatever's coming at the end of it, you don't know, but it can be worse.
Yeah, well, that's exactly it. And
Yeah.
when you look at things like in life, what you've just said with your dad, and what you've gone through over a short period of time, it brings everything into perspective.
Totally.
It makes things totally a lot more lighter, and it makes this world a lot more brighter.
Yes, you're right. I'm really pleased about the Guardian thing. I'm going to give that a go. Thank you. I'd love to
Honestly,
tap into
what
that a
you
little
need
bit
to
more.
do is when you're sitting there and you're thinking, right, okay, this is another journey ahead of us. Ask your guardian, your Egyptian guardian, it's a lady, and ask her, just say, protect me, heal me, and avoid me from any harmful illnesses.
Okay.
The Egyptians used to have the medicine women,
Yes.
right?
Yes. They were massively ahead.
Yeah, they were advanced. So
Yes.
ask her to come in, ask her to help you on this journey, and ask her to show you clarity, and she'll help you. Maybe she's been helping you over the last year and a half. Maybe
I hope
she's
so.
helping you. You've never been aware of it. But as soon as I got on the call to you, felt like I was going straight back to Egypt, but it was
Wow.
not the Nile. It was the three kings
Right.
with the tombs
Right.
on.
Right. All right. But as a servant, I mean, don't get us wrong. I wish it was a king, but yeah, I know me place.
Hey, Pharaoh or Pharaoh, it does not matter, my darling.
Right there, Martha and Arthur.
But there you go. You've got to have that, and then just stand there and just say, "Oh, this is what I used to do in my past life."
Yes, I'm back.
You're back again. You're back to
So-
learn. But we're
Hey,
back
yes.
to heal and share. And thank you for sharing everything with us, Joe.
Oh, thank you. It's honest. It's lovely to listen to you. I've been to a couple of events as well, and I never expect to hear from anybody, but I love hearing you tell the others. It's a lovely thing. It's always nice. And I know a lot of my friends have gotten a lot out of it as well. You've told us stuff that they never told me about them as well, which was quite good. But really good.
You know,
Sorry.
I'm a friend to have.
Oh, yeah, all mind.
Yeah, and it's like you can sit there. We can have a coffee one morning and say, "Oh, what do you think of that person?" Keep away, pet.
That's what we
I'm telling
need.
you don't want to touch that feel.
Bit about back and forth. I would just block the ones, block the
Walk
dodgies.
them off.
And if anyone ever asks, you can tell them chemo's horrible, but I had a terrible verruca and I cured it lovely. So if there's any endorsement for chemo, I didn't think I was going to ever get rid of that, and it's lovely. It's gone.
Really?
Yes.
That is something else.
Yes.
Yes.
Just want to drop in if anybody ever asks what's the good of chemo. Just it clears the verruca, beautiful.
It clears the verruca, and it also, you can swear anytime you want, pet. People don't mind.
No, you get free pass.
Right? Just remember, you're one of a kind. If you're going to teach something, any lesson in life, Joe, make sure you teach that cancer.
I will. And you've been an absolute tonic. Thank you so much.
God bless you, pet.
You
All the
too.
best.
See you later. You too. Take care.
Take care, honey. Bye now.
Bye.
I hope a lot of people got a lot of comfort from that.
Yeah, so do I.
Because it was interesting.
It was very interesting.
You know, and as soon as I seen a pharaoh, it wasn't you, pet.
Yeah.
No. Not whether you were playing pharaohs or pharaohs.
Good.
You just don't know. Oreos. It could be Echo. It could be out you want, really, can it? Are you enjoying it
I
tonight?
sure am.
Do you want to come back to Newcastle more often?
Yeah.
Should we have her back?
Come on then.
Can I see any comments there? Like, they normally write really quick.
Do they?
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't look like I'm
Yeah.
in then.
Ah, what are you telling me, man? What are you telling me? Auntie Eileen stole the show. What do I need to tell you here? She stole the show. Anybody else would like to join me tonight? One more, and then we're going to have. Would you like a cup of tea?
Sure do.
Are you making it?
Yeah, I'll make it for you. Definitely.
Is everybody enjoying it tonight? Because it's been absolutely beautiful. Oh, by the way, I need to let you know one thing before we do go ahead. It's Halloween coming around the corner. Well, I hope it's a corner, like could
Yes.
be an avenue,
It could be.
could be a road, could be a street, but it should be a corner. Right. It's on the way. It's that way. We're not moving backwards. We're moving forward. Forward. Right. Okay. So it's Halloween, isn't it? Is that the chair?
I hope so. Them beans.
She had a Greg sausage roll this afternoon. I think she's still rolling.
No, I'm not.
Is
That's Mr. Chair.
that the chair?
That's the chair. Definitely.
I know you're lying. That wasn't the chair. I'm telling you, there's something wrong with this chair. Right, okay. Was that the chair? She's holding her nose, so she's done something wrong.
I have a
Aye,
lot.
she has.
Definitely not. Go on.
Okay, Halloween. Yeah, I'm going to Durham. Where are you going? I'll say that again. Auntie Annie is so sweet. I charge by the hour. 2 pence. She does the dishes. Sits there and farts in the corner.
I don't. Hey.
Look and listen. The dog comes up and she blames the dog. She blames the dog for everything. The dog stinks. See what I mean? You hear that squeak? I'm telling you. She speaks a different language, this woman. She really does. Right, Halloween. Let's get scared, shall we? Shall we?
Yes, let's get scared.
Let's get scared. You've got to get scared, man. It's going to be amazing. Okay. There's one thing I want to say about Halloween. Everybody seems to forget about the 30th. You know why?
Right.
Because they're too busy going on Halloween, and then they're like, oh, it's Halloween, trick or treat, this, that, and the other, right? But there's no trick and there's no sweet. I know, Molly, I know. It's Auntie Arlene, I know. So anyway, you're going on and on about Halloween. So why don't we be able to do it on the 30th? And then by the time early hours in the morning of Hallows Eve, that one, right? Then you're rigged up for the whole day. Yeah? Okay. So you're rigged up for the whole day then, aren't you? Because that by the time 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning turns up, and then by the time you wake up in the afternoon, you're like, oh, it's still Halloween, still go trick-or-treating. It's great. Get me sweets. It's like gives you sweets now, or just do, you know. That's what happens in Newcastle, you know.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Their tradition is gives a sweet.
Yeah.
Or a treat.
Yeah.
Depends. It better be good. Okay. So what do you think? Halloween in Durham. Durham's cool. It's only over the border, man. You have to get your passport and that. Right? What do you think? You driving coming out later. Oh my God, really? Give me your opinions on what you think about Halloween. Should it be really laying on the 30th or the 31st? Because before I get in touch with the event organizer and turn around and say, oh, by the way, can I change it to the 30th? And he was like, well, why is that? I'll just turn around and say, well, I can't help myself because my audience wanted it on the 30th, so we can be able to go through Halloween morning and then Halloween break of dawn.
I do have 2 Halloweens.
I know. I could couldn't I?
Yeah,
I could sleep in between.
that's right.
I can lie up against the wall and that when everybody's on watching them and be like that. I could be like that, couldn't I?
Yeah.
Look, everybody's saying the 30th. Oh, well, I'm going to have to change the date now. But I've put my poster for the 31st, so we haven't got a choice. Okay, so I need to let you understand that we are going to be concentrating on hitting Durham with a bang. Well, not with a bang, like. But, you know, Halloween.
Halloween.
Yep, and I'll be accompanied by the owner. Yep, and I'll be accompanied by one other person. And I'll be going in there like I don't know what. And then see what we've got. I was a poet and I didn't even know it. What do you think? Put your views down. Come on now. Tell me what you think. Because you know what it is? I've got time for one more person to come in. One more person. I've just shared that link and then anybody can bring in their love and empathy about what they believe is Halloween treat. Yeah. You love it. Right? Fabulous. The 30th, I would say the 30th, wouldn't you? Because you would really emphasize on Everybody's dead excited. And then you got early hours of the morning of Halloween. Yeah. What is Halloween, by the way? Where does Halloween come from? Well, I've got a brief history little thing going on here. Halloween was invented by a castle in Dublin. Apparently, there was a witch that used to go around once a year. Don't know why once a year, like, but she used to go around once a year trying to play tricks on the kids and nipping them and taking them in the woods. Well, not nipping them, meaning taking the children into the woods. But she didn't like ugly kids, okay? So what they used to do is go around putting masks on to frighten away the witch so they can be able to enjoy their Halloween and knowing that the witch come in the door and went, oh, children, oh, not that ugly one. Oh, kids, oh my God, there's a rotten cabbage. Yeah, and all that, right? And then before you know it, you're sitting there and you're like, ooh, that's interesting. How are we going to do this? Ooh, Halloween.
Halloween.
And the witch used to walk around going, Halloween. Do you believe it?
No. All lies.
Do you think I'm making it up?
Yes.
It did actually happen, you know.
Did it?
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, I wouldn't lie to you, man. Honestly, it happened in Dublin. And then they used to walk around with masks and then they forgot to wear the masks one day and one kid got nipped. It was that disgrace. It was terrible. The whole of the village was out.
Honestly, I don't know where she gets these stories from, you know. Honestly, I don't.
I was bored. Right, okay. You love ducky apples, I know, and remember the sixpence in the apple. Oh, yes, definitely. Don't bite into that one because it costs you more than that.
It's what you find in the apple.
Exactly, it costs you out. But bear in mind, and just want to let you know that exactly, if you Google it right now and prove Auntie Eileen wrong, that it did happen in Dublin with this kid that got nipped. Unfortunately, God love it, and all of that. Right, but it was back in the day, wasn't it, really? And then the Americans grabbed a hold of it, and then they come from pumpkins to witches to and then we all come along. We used to have turnips, man. Turnip with a candle in the middle. I'm sorry, but you used to get your mom with a butter knife and sit there and go, Mom, can you make us a Halloween? And that was in April. By the time she finished, it was October. She used to get a wooden spoon and that and just read away and be like, nearly there, kids. Hurry up, man, I'm waiting.
Yeah, that's true.
That was true. It was a turnip. Who had a turnip for their Halloween little pumpkin? It wasn't pumpkin in them days. It was turnips. And that's where you get your turnip. Did you turnip?
Oh, God, I don't know.
Yes, my child. But that's what you got then back then, man. It was amazing. Yeah, I did. There you go. Paula knew that. See, and how did they do it back then? With a spoon and a butter knife and a turnip.
Nice.
Well, there was nice sweet going on.
And you know when you do
And
it,
that's that
why
chair
do you
again.
throw it in the bin? You know when you take all the stuff out?
I didn't. I used to eat it raw, mate.
Did you?
And then when the candle used to go on, the candle was in the middle, right? And it used to stink, didn't it? Stinky turnips. See, you're walking around, knocking at people's door. Halloween, listen, I can smell you coming down the street, man.
Yeah.
But I was at me flame. No, it was your stench. Do you remember? Did you have a turnip?
Me?
Or was yours a cauliflower?
Mine was a cauliflower.
Damn it. They had cauliflowers in Liverpool. Why didn't we all go to Liverpool? I never had a turnip.
Did you?
I used to nick a turnip. Yep. And
lucky.
everybody else had a turnip.
Did they?
The good old days, we had a turnip. And you never used to have like all these tea lights with them fancy little things and whip them in, did you? We used to have basically one eye go in the shop and the other one come with the change. Knee nose and the mouth look like jaws on a good day. Didn't we? And sometimes the mouth used to go all the way around the turnip. And then before you know it, you couldn't light the candle because you were stinking down the road. And everybody thought they were great. And there was no alternate at all, because how can you be able to do a pumpkin head with a turnip? However,
Easily.
my dad used to carve out the turnip. See what I mean? We used to have a turnip. Come on, where's the turnips gone? What happened to the turnips? Apart from the Sunday dinner with the carrots. That's true. A little bit of pear and butter, and there you go, your way. Yeah, but you come on, are you agreeing with us or what? With your black bags, yes, we used to have the black bags swaying in the wind. Yes, I remember a next door neighbour that decided to nick her mother's toilet roll and ended up as a mummy. And then she ran after her. She used to follow her because she followed the toilet shapes all the way along the end of the street. Picking her up. I need that for tomorrow, man. Away. You nicked me fucking... It was Andrex as well. It was amazing. There was no Labrador in that. The puppy in out. None of that. No, there was none of that. Like, there was more like basically turnip, mummy, toilet roll.
Yeah.
If it was raining, it was soggy.
Was it?
The turnip. You never had a turnip. So what did my nan and granddad used to get for you then?
Would you like to know?
Yeah, go on then. She's telling me that she's deprived and she wasn't like, she was the spoiled child. Go on. Tell us what
Was
she
I?
used to do. Yes, you were.
Was it?
Yes, I heard on the
No,
grapevine.
we didn't have.
Hold on, there's a spirit message coming through. What's that, granddad? Yes, okay, that's fine. Yeah, go on.
We didn't have a turnip.
What did you have?
We didn't have anything. We
You
just,
had a lantern, didn't you?
we had we used to go to shops because they already done it, and we used to buy one.
They already made turnips.
Yes. So we used to buy them and then take them home and put the candle in and frighten all the kids. And another thing I would like to know, why
Mhm.
does our kids and ourselves want to go out of a night doing
Halloween.
Halloween?
1, money. 2, knock on people's door and get away with it. Only once a year, man. It only hits once a year.
Yeah, I
And
know
oh,
that.
look, everybody, I've got to tell you, I've got a breaking news for you. A bus has just gone past. The Northeast bus service must be back on track. You've had the week off. Get over yourself. Right, go on, what are you saying?
I just told you.
Right, so you used to have the van next door, right, which I used to go to when I was a kid, right? Then we used to have the ready-made turnips.
Mhm.
So who was the artist in that? Then we used to have everything. You had everything, really. You
Right.
never had any encouragement or hard work. My mother was sitting there with a butter knife and a spoon. Where the hell were you?
Watching it.
What were you doing?
Well, we didn't have to do it. We didn't have to do it because it was already made. Well, if we went to market,
Yeah.
there was a fella there that used to do it for you.
Did he look like he had gristly teeth and that?
Yes.
Did he look constantly surprised like that,
Yes.
as if to say, "It's the 15 turnip I've square to do today"?
Yes, he did. Funny enough. Yes, he did.
Did he? What
Yeah.
was his name?
Billy Joe.
Did he say good night, Fiona?
Yes. He
I would
did.
after that.
But as I say, he did help us. He did help us.
Did he?
Yeah.
And that was in Kirby Market.
That was in Kirby Market. Yeah.
Do you know where I was? I was in Newcastle trying to find my turnip when we spuds. But I tried it with the potato once, it didn't work.
Didn't he?
No, I didn't find the potato that got the eyes, nose, and the mouth properly. I could only get the nose, and
Yeah.
that was it, really. But nobody knows that until now.
Right. Okay.
You missed that one.
Witty.
Nobody knows the turnip until I met the carrot. Until I met.
I'll be honest with you, I don't know where
Tito.
it comes from sometimes. I'll tell you.
Nobody knows about the turnip. Yeah, that actually happened now.
Did he?
Yeah.
Right.
I've revealed myself now. That's absolutely shocking. Terrible. Okay,
Right.
turn up.
Turn up.
It's good that you turned up. I know, Molly. I feel the same way. Molly's dreaming about turnips.
Yes, yes. Definitely yes.
Yep. And I'm sorry to say it, but one thing, it's amazing. It really is. Back in the day, for what we know now, I went to Morrison's and Bleeding, and there's a bunch of pumpkins looking at us. And our Alex went, "Can I have one?" I said, "Behave yourself." And they're all ready made, and that they've got little swinky designs and everything. It's amazing, isn't it? Now, really, you don't realise how good you have it.
Definitely.
Bang goes the butter knife and the spoon, like. Okay, Debbie. We're not talking about turnips, Debbie. I hope not. Right, we're talking about grief and how it affects us on our life's journey. Are you ready, Debbie? Give me a thumbs up. You're ready to go? Yes. We dressed one up with our friends and put them in the pram, and a penny for the guy. Oh my God, Net, I used to remember that. I never used to get penny for men or guys or anything, but I used to remember getting pennies. Yeah. Okay, Debbie.
Hello.
How are you, pet?
I'm all right, darling. You? Missed
Not
her?
too bad. Have you missed us loads?
Yeah.
Oh, have you been watching her every week for the last 3 weeks?
No, because normally I'm at work, but I'm off for 4 days. I've cut down my hours, so I get more time off, more time to spend with the family and help people out.
Isn't it lovely to have a day off?
Lovely, because I normally work like 12 hours.
Oh,
So
wow.
It's nice.
Yeah, isn't it beautiful when you're sitting there, all you think about when you're younger than that, and you're like, oh, I can't wait for Friday night discos, dancing around my turnip. Right? And then, Debbie, you like get older and you're like, oh, please, can I have a day off? Oh, man.
Yeah, it's great.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah.
I've had that lately. This is the last 3 days I've had off. Has it been 3?
Yes.
Yes,
It
right.
sure has.
I've been counting. So it's been the last 3 days I've had off, right? And I haven't had a day off since March.
Oh, my.
Isn't that true?
Yes, it is.
Yep. It's been colossal.
Yeah, I done a lovely curry and actually sat down with the kids and ate it.
Really, isn't that beautiful?
It was just nice. And
it's
then
like,
went for a nana nap, as they say up here.
really?
I went for a nana nap. They use nana nap, don't they, up north?
Yes.
So I ate my dinner and then I went for a nana nap.
And just digested everything, just processed everything, and you don't have to run us out the door.
No, I left the washing up to the husband.
And getting everything ready and everything organised. Isn't it lovely to know that when you're going through all of this and you've got a beautiful mentor there to give you something to support? You work as a team at the end of the day, don't you?
Yeah, because I've just had a lot going on. My boy, who's just turned 16, just got jumped by 5 kids.
Oh.
So it's just had a lot sort of going on at home. So
why would they want to do that?
Because apparently he had to go at someone's sister, which is he wouldn't have done because he don't even sort of, when he split up from his girlfriend, he didn't answer, so he didn't want to be mean to her, so he didn't answer her. But they jumped him from behind as well, so he's not at school. So it's just a lot going on at home, really.
That's terrible, that will really knock you off your perch.
It did, because he was like my last child. And before him, I had a miscarriage. So he's like, all my 4 kids are special. They've all had, but he's like me last, and you try and protect him because he's a baby. But it was just getting that phone call while he was in school.
Wow.
Because he went back down to the school and then sort of said, I've been jumped, mum. And then like they've cut all his eye and everything. So it was just heart in mouth, panic. But as for the school's just a joke. Like a whole week he's been off because he's a bit scared of going out. And I've asked for a laptop because it's his last year in school. And no one's been in touch. The police ain't been in touch. The CTV ain't been brought forward or... So I'm off for the next 4 days, so I'll be chasing that up.
Well, do you know what I can honestly say? You're his voice, and that's it. You know what I mean? You're not standing
Yeah.
for, you know?
No.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It's like we've always said it. You know, if you would turn around and face me, then that's fine. But turn your back on me and then start attacking me from behind. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a really, really good way of bringing it across, isn't it?
Yeah.
Especially
You
when
know?
there's 4 or 5 of them.
Well, there you go. Yeah, yeah, that's
You know,
fine.
if you've got a problem, ask him
Yeah,
face to face, 1-on-1, not sort of 5 jumping you.
yeah, and that could leave an impression on him for a lot of years ahead.
As a baby, he had loads. He was in hospital up to the first year. Chronic asthmatic. Down to the point, yeah, like I've so swayed him away from smoking, vaping. I vape. I've given up smoking now, I think 6 months. And then the other day when I went in his bedroom, in his hand, he'd fallen asleep with a vape in his hand. So it was like, okay, another mummy's talk. And it was just, you know, cut this out. And that's when it sort of, he opened up and said that he was scared. And he went out today to meet some friends. So that was one step forward. So he done great going out today.
Well, that's a step in the right direction, isn't it?
Yeah. And like I said to him, you know, Dad's a phone call away. He'll ride his bike. If you're scared or anything like that, you know, Dad will jump on his bike and he'll come down to you.
Mm-hmm.
But he was all right. He went out, he got back in, he had his munch, and then went in his room.
But it's like we've always tried to say when we're younger, we try and find our way in society and try and get accepted. And then the next minute, you've got all this hanging off you as well.
Yeah, because he wouldn't say like boo to a goose. If anything, if he sees someone upset or distressed, or he'd be the first one there to help him.
Mm-hmm. Well, there you go. That's what I mean. And that's what you get back.
Yeah.
Just by comment. Do you not find that social media escalates itself out, blown out of proportion?
Totally.
Stupidity with other people.
Yeah.
And like always throwing all these accusations around. And then before you know it, they're all conspiring against you. They know exactly where you are. They know exactly what you're doing. And then they just rear their ugly heads.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
You know, I just think sometimes, you know what it is, Debbie, I just think sometimes it's what you've just said there. If you voice your opinion and you get it out the way and you must resolve it with just a couple of minutes, clarity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what I said to him. I said, you know, I'm not going to let you vape, babe. I know I vape, but that's helping me stop smoking.
Yeah.
I said, but at the same time, as a mother and you chronic asthmatic, I'm not going to allow that. I said, I'm going to take your vape. I'm going to use your vape. And then when I get paid, I will give you the 15 quid. But I said I was quite annoyed because I'm the only one working at home right now. My husband's not well. And then at the end of the day, I'm sending you pocket money and you're spending it on vapes, which I'd rather you go and meet someone or go cinema with your mates or go and have a munch with your mates, not spending it on vapes.
Yeah, but that's it. And you're mentioning about the electricity and everything else, and then the constant habit of coming in here, bringing a vape into it. When we were kids, we had none like that.
No.
We used to have Regal king size Embassy or Woodbine.
Or Lucy.
Or Lucy, yeah. That's all we had back then. You know what I mean? But it's true, Debbie. I mean, what we see, what our perception towards modern day children and the way our generations are, you're trying to keep the morals.
Yeah.
With other people that are trying to give bad manners like willy-nilly.
Yeah. I just think, you know, if you've got a problem with someone, do it face to face. Don't 4 or 5 of you come up behind him and then one of you punch. Yeah. Obviously, like, he went down to protect his face. And excuse my French, but like I turned mad and I said, you know, what a bunch of pussies, because apart from one cut in your eye, the rest ain't laid one mark on you. There's not one single mark where 4 or 5 of them punched or kicked him. I said, so they weren't that tough. I said, and at the end of the day, they're cowards because they're bullies.
Yeah, and that's it. Yeah, they are bullies, and they're very selfish as well. The way their attitude is towards life, they've got
Yeah,
life's karma and life's journey coming. They really have.
yeah. I just
Because
think, I try and teach my lot. Be kind, have a good heart, and then you get far.
Because the old saying goes, it doesn't matter what this way modern day society changes. Will always stay the same. What you bring into this world, it's like a spider's web. If you make a strand and whatever you do in your life's journey, right? And that strand is the knot, that knot reflects back at you later on in your life.
Yeah,
Might reflect back when you're older, or might reflect back you may be the parent that's sitting there nurturing their child that's just been bullied.
yeah, yeah.
It's
So
karma.
true.
It is. And
My
it's
cat just
shame.
turned on the light.
It really is a shame. And you know it is. You try and keep them to be streetwise, but what's enough when they're sitting there and they've got these big, massive tools? I, and what's all that about? You know what I mean?
Ah,
It's all about the weapons and it's all about this, that, and the other. And what's all that
yeah.
about? You know,
That's what I mean. Like, he was selling vapes a couple of months ago, and then two kids tried to get him off him, but he ran because, like he said, Mum, he had something down his leg, and I was like, oh my God, for a couple of vapes.
no way.
The 600 puffs. And he was like, Mum, this is the second time. I said, it's two different coincidence. Like, one was for vape. They've tried to mug you, basically, babe. But it's just knocking him back, I think. And he's such an outgoing boy. Yeah, I mean, I call him my special child because he has needs. And like I say, I miscarried before him. And he was my last because I had a full hysterectomy. I mean, it was years after him because he was a baby, and I was like, I'm not having it while he's a baby because then you're restricted to what I can do with him.
Yes.
So then, and it's I don't know. I think you protect your children and you do anything for them, and then you could just get nasty people who just want to come down and knock them down.
Oh God, yeah. Aye. And you think they're outside just having a nice time and this, that, and the other, right?
Yep.
When they ambushed against the wall, 4 or 5 people just because they felt like it.
Yeah. And then
No.
my sister-in-law bumped into him in the car because obviously they drove around to see if Tommy could see any of them. And there was the 4 all laughing and sniggering.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
So
Often on the other sides of the faces.
no, they will be, because if the police don't, and the school.
Well, that's it. Aye. I mean, come on now. I'm 50. Well, you wouldn't believe it, I know. Haven't gone there, right? I'm 50, right? And what I used to say when I was younger, coming from Liverpool to Newcastle, I was 11, 12, 13, right? And I had to sit there and turn around and say, right, okay, I'm coming here. I'm a little bit of an alien in New York type of thing, right? Nobody else is from Liverpool in the whole of the school. So if any trouble goes, they'll go, that's the Scouser there. There she is, that one there with the curly hair. Right? That one there with the curly hair. Because you pointed out a mile. So basically, the form of bullying I got when I first walked into the school didn't last 5 minutes. Because I had to make sure that I tripped them up before they even got it. But these days, you can't do that. Because, like you've just said, they've got something down the sock.
Yep.
Or they've got something in the back pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're not even small, they're massive.
I know. That's what I mean. So how can you defend yourself against that?
Yeah.
You're not the Terminator, and if you were, you'd be doing something to them, then they wouldn't even think about it.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
So, you based now?
Newcastle.
You're in Newcastle, yeah?
Yeah, I've come and seen you before, and I've had a private reading with you before.
Yes, you have. But are you happy where you are?
In Newcastle, yeah. I do want to move. I want to move to South Shields, but the husband's saying, no, I'm not moving again.
Not wrong with South Shields.
I just love the beach.
Well, what about Tynemouth?
See, my kids love the fun fair. So sort of South Shields, you're right on it, ain't you?
But when you're in Tynemouth, you make your own fun fair. Right, you move to Tynemouth, right? And I'll retire there, and then we'll have our own fun fair at the beach.
And a coffee.
Coffee. Yes, because I've always said, haven't I, Auntie Irene? I'm moving to Tynemouth when I want to retire in Tynemouth.
Yeah, I've always said I moved to South Shields. My best mate, she's originally from here, but she had 2 young kids down London, gangs, knife. So I finally got her to move up and get away from that sort of life. So we both said that we'll move to South Shields together.
Well, you've given her a lease of life, haven't you?
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, what you can turn around and say to yourself is that you got yourself away from somewhere that you can protect your kids. But the northeast has got that freedom of countryside rain as well.
Yeah, lovely up here. I do love it up here.
Because with a lot more, I'm not saying that when it's nothing between anything with any other city, but there's one thing I can honestly tell you with the northeast is that if they love you, they love you.
Yeah,
that's it. They will,
and it's just so more laid back. It's not just like rush.
Well, that's it, isn't it? You know what I mean? You know, so at the end of the day, you know, we got to understand that it's not just all doggy dog type of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Very, very in tune towards what's going on.
Yeah.
Even as the one at the minute, like, but the rest of it's cool. One is absolutely horrible and they hate it all. Okay, but apart from that, it's good. But Debbie, it's lovely to understand that, you know, as you're coming up here and making a new start with your life and you're getting accepted, and that's what you'll always will up north, because it's something they always say the north and south divide.
Yeah.
They always say that, right? It's
right.
true in ways. It is true in ways, right? But there is always that beautiful, lovely, nice empathy from the Jordans.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, when my mum first come up, she said she couldn't believe even like the bus drivers are so polite. Whereas down London, when I last went down, I said to my mum, she said, "You coming out with me, kid?" And I went, "Mum, I'm not, because otherwise I'm going to punch someone in the head. They're just so rude."
Yeah.
So rude. You know, like my mum got on the bus and not one of them moved. And I was like, "Mum, up north, they just move for you."
Mm-hmm.
And it was just, I said, "And you're telling me, Mum, to come back down to London?" I said, "I just couldn't." There's no respect for people. You know, when I first moved up here 10 years ago, I took my kids to Asda, and some woman, she was lovely, she actually stopped me. She went, "Can I stop you?" I said, "Yeah, what's the matter? Sorry." So she was like, No. She said, "Your kid's so well-mannered." When every time she said, the till ladies asked them if they wanted a bag, it was, "Yes, please." She said, Then they've asked, "Do you want help with packing?" "No, thank you, I'm okay." She said, "You don't see that no more." And it just, you know, I mean, one's 16 now, one's 20, one's 24, and one's 31. But it just shows you, just teach your kids a little bit of respect.
Yes, very true.
I just don't think manners teach.
Yeah. If my children stepped out of line, and if they ever heard it, I'd be like, "I'm sorry, but doesn't matter how old you are." No. And you know,
I mean, I'm 48 and I don't swear in front of my mum, and none of my kids, apart from my older son, he does.
Mm-hmm.
But he'd get shouted at. But all the other 3 don't swear in front of me. I don't swear in front of my mum. I remember I was going for a C-section, and my mum said, "Kid, are you all right?" I said, oh, Mum, I'm shitting myself a bit. I said, like, it's my second one, so obviously, like, they're cutting me open again. And she was like, don't swear. Sorry, Mum, I'm just going to have 300 stitches and you're asking me if I'm all right. And all I've said is I'm shitting myself and, like, don't swear. Okay, then.
It's like they're gonna make a new mouthpiece, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I was just like, oh, my. And my one wasn't an average one. My one was lower because the baby's foot was stuck, which they thought was her head. So they said, oh, we'll break her leg to bring her out. And I said, you're not doing that. So they said, well, we'll cut you lower. I said, well, you do that then, because you're not breaking her leg and giving her a deficiency in life. So that's what they did. And then when she asked, like, are you all right? And I just gave a little answer, and it was like, don't swear. Oh, my God.
That's mums for you, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, when my eldest daughter swears, it's quite funny because she goes such a beetroot red. And then she ends up laughing and going, oh, Mum, I'm so sorry. I'm like, it's all right. It weren't done on purpose. Yet my mouth is disgusting. I mean, if you hear me in work with my customers, but then I'm known as the Cockney one and they call me names and I call them names. And that's how it sort of gets on.
Well, it's true. It's a tradition, isn't it? I mean, like I said to you before about not about the setting between the North and South divide. We're moving into a new modern reign now. We all should be working in unison together. You all should be on. Do you know what I mean? We all should be, like years ago, you used to always have your next door neighbour. You knew your next door neighbour.
Yep.
You knew everybody that was on the street, Mr. and Mrs. This. What happened to all of that?
Yeah.
You just don't have that base of respect. Like I always say, I'll always say one thing. It's like, if you've lost that base of respect, it's got to lie with you. Your kids move that down and down and down the ranks. And if it doesn't lie there, then wherever will it lie in everybody in a child's life? Morals, respect, and everything else that comes with it. I mean, you've just mentioned there about your son. That is absolutely terrible to experience that. But then that journey ahead of you towards what you turn around and says, well, not ever be an ugly head again.
Yeah.
And then you've got all this one punch thing. Have you seen that going on?
No.
Yeah, there's a thing it's a charity called One Punch. Okay, where people just decide that they've had enough to drink or the drugged up or whatever it is. Decide to dip you in there and that's it. You fall over and break your neck, or some people die instantly. One punch, it's called.
Oh my.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, years ago, I'm not referencing to the past, but do you not think we all need to learn that violence isn't the answer?
Yeah, I remember I have a friend, a very, very close friend, and he went out, I think he just turned 18, and he went out for like his 18th birthday. He hit someone, which he tried to walk away from, and this person just kept bagging, and he ended up hitting them. They died. It's ruined his life, totally ruined his life, because it was literally something that wasn't meant to happen, and he tried to walk away from it. And like he says, prison life has just mucked his life.
Oh,
and
really?
He's got to live with that for the rest of his life, bless him. And he's not good. Even, you know, he tries to get straight and then he just goes backwards, love him. And that extends from when he was 18. He's now 37, 40, between that.
So it's nearly 20 years down the line.
Yeah.
Never ever come to terms with that.
No, because like I say, it was, you know, he'd spilt his drink and, you know, like typical male, you just spilt my drink, and he was like, oh, I'm so sorry, blah, blah, blah. And then the man just was out for a fight, and then he turned round and hit him. The bloke hit the floor the wrong way.
And that's what they say often, that's that one punch that I was mentioning about.
Yeah.
And then they can hit the nervous system at the back of the head, and that's it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And there's the fine example of what you've just mentioned there about a young man Just one indication, just one slip up, and it's cost him what, nearly 19 years of his life of peril.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And he's so lovely. He's such a lovely man.
What goes behind the veil of jeopardy, judgment, and justice? Sometimes is there enough justice? It's not so much of you've done your time now. It's
Yeah,
great, right? Okay, fair enough, but you'll always have that hanging over your head for the rest of your life.
that's it. And I think that's what he semi draws on, where you sort of try and say to him, like, come on, babe, like, it was sheer accident.
Hmm.
You've done your time. But he still ain't in a good place. I think he'll never be in a good place, bless him.
And now he was, how old was he? 18,
18, he went out for his 18th birthday.
starting his life, and he could have. What was his ambition before that? Was he just like wanted to be an engineer or something like that?
He loves doing gardening. Like, he's come out and, like, he's had his own business, but he's split up from a partner, and that partner destroyed him because, obviously, you know, when he was with this person, he told them a lot of stuff that had happened. You know, he was a young lad in prison. So he's told them a lot, and then that person just destroyed him. And so he's just trying to pick up the pieces, but between them pieces, he's in and out of drugs again.
Because it's the coping mechanism, isn't it? It's the bubble.
Yeah,
Little force field around that bubble that turned around and says, well, I'm invincible and you can't come near me
yeah,
because I am in my bubble.
that's it.
Hmm.
Totally.
The more you understand it, the more it takes a little piece of you away.
Yeah,
What a shame. That's an upsetting story. That it's like I say there, Debbie. You know what you want for your children. It just takes one fraction, one night,
Yeah,
one mishap, doesn't it?
it does.
You know,
Yeah.
and that's your destiny. You've got to go to the hands of the law. There's nobody more powerful than the law. Never ever. And there you are.
yeah,
So you've known him years.
yeah,
It's like,
yeah. He's my best mate's family, so
yeah.
they've always been there. They're just. I mean, my best mate's more like my sister.
So you just gone through that journey of what they went through at that time,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then trying to balance it.
Ask my coffee, baby. Yeah.
Oh, that's an idea. Can you pass one through the screen?
Thank you,
You
darling.
got any turnips?
No turnips.
Damn it. Oh, Debbie, that's interesting. That it's like what you've just said there, love. The younger generation has got to come to this understanding where there's got to be something else involved, mutual communication,
Yeah.
the vow of the comfort of communication. I believe.
Sorry, my son just come up the stairs singing.
Who was that?
Tommy, the one I just told you. He just come up the stairs singing. Say hello to Susan, Tommy.
Hi, Suzanne.
Hello, Pat. You all right?
I'm all right. You all right?
Yes. Your mum was just mentioning how adorable you are.
Oh, you're that side.
Oh, I love your hair.
Thank you. Dad had that song on. Someone was singing it.
Oh, okay. I just wondered you
It's a
to come
lovely
upstairs
song.
singing. Okay, baby.
That's all you
So
need.
I've got my daughter here being Nebby. She's hiding from you though.
Oh, you're hiding from us. What's her name?
Summer.
Beautiful. Absolutely. Where did you get that name to inspire yourself to give it to a beautiful
Her
daughter?
dad chose it. She hates it because it's actually spelled Sommer.
I love that name. I do. I love that name.
See? Well, you don't like it. You're not keen on it.
I love that name. Do you want to swap?
Do you want Susan? And Susan will be Summer.
Yeah, do you want to swap? Because I'll take summergill.net. That is totally cool. That would go rain. I'm sorry, I've nicked your name now. So if I change it like to summergill.net, then oh,
Yeah.
you know what it is? I admire you as a strength, my love. As a strength on your journey, what you went through, and like you've experienced, like you've mentioned about your children and your friend that went through that misunfortunate event. That's cost him, 19 years of his life.
Yeah.
You know, it's just unreal, isn't it? Uncanny. You know, I
Yeah.
hope people in the Northeast, though, I really do. I hope you find your little niche in South Shields.
In
And if
South Shields.
in South Shields, which I do the Head with Hall, if you're ever there, let us know.
I will. I do love coming to see you. I've just not been with it really.
Yeah.
I just feel lost lately. I don't know. You know, one of them, Susan, where everything just gets on top of you, and like I've dropped my hours, and I don't know. I don't know what path to take next. It's like a move, change job. I've been looking for other jobs. It's just that, I mean, I work in a betting shop, and the other day someone went to smash up all the machines, whack the chair off my hand, and the amount of abuse you get. I just think sometimes, you know, I get on with all my customers, but obviously you get this one where total dickhead. And it just, I mean, I've been looking for a new job for about a year away from the betting shop. I've done it for 7 years up here. And I don't know, I just feel there's something else out there for me. Sick of struggling.
I believe there is. Would you like me to go and get me tarot cards and we'll have a sneaky peek?
Yeah.
Go on then. You stay there with Auntie Ali, mind. Didn't start telling her how to build a turnip. On with that, right? And tell her to behave herself.
How long you up for?
Till next week.
Oh, lovely. Do you like it up here?
Yeah, I do.
I do. When my mum says to me, come home, I'm like, Mum, I am home.
Yeah.
Oh, get that. Totally get that. Right, pet. We've
Right.
got dragon energy, not fire breathing ones, don't worry. Could have done with them a couple of weeks ago, couldn't we? With sorting out your son and that. You should have rang and said, have you got any of them tricky dragons? I said, I've got a handful. You send them in their destination. If there were fire coming off their arseholes, then you know that it would have been all right.
Yeah.
Right, but the dragon energy gives you clarity. It gives you straightforward direction. So all I say to you is, while I'm doing this, right?
Yeah.
I'm shuffling and I'm asking my dragon energy to give Debbie, what's your surname?
Hannon.
Hannon. Oh God,
Yeah.
what a surname. So you've got a daughter called Summer Hannon.
Yeah.
What a remarkable name. That's like a film star. And tonight we announce Summer Hannon to step on the stage. Dun, 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 dun. There she is. I'm gonna nick her name.
Summer Hannon.
Yeah.
She's gonna nick your name.
I'm gonna nick her name. SummerHannon.net. How cute is that? I bet you I get 1 followers sitting there saying, where'd you get your name from? I'm saying, I'm never going to tell you now. Oh, look at that. We've got somebody that likes to bring their name across. What was that? Shite. Oh, sorry. What was that? I cannot read that. Can you? Oh, I don't know if I can. Should I show it? No, I shouldn't name
It's all right.
I shouldn't name and shame that man. Is he? Is he?
Yeah.
Is he?
Plonker.
Get away with you, man.
Yeah.
Aye. Don't swear on my live stream, will you not? That's what I do. Doesn't matter what you do. Okay. So, Debbie, would you like Pack 1 or pack 2?
Back one.
Voila. Okay. First 3 cards represent where you're going in your life. Yes, you've got to get a direction, and you know for a fact, you should go back to what you originally know, and it wasn't the betting office. You were dealing with hospitality. You were meeting and greeting people. I've just seen that. Okay. So what did you do when you were in your, I know that wasn't a while ago. Didn't say I'm going to take you back when you were in your 30s. But what were you doing in your 30s? Oh, for God's sake, you know what it is? These people just
I was a mum. I was a bitch at home, as they say. I started working 9 years ago when I came up here, and I've done like concierging. I run a cafe in Blakelaw,
there.
post office, community centre.
No, Kath, there you are.
Yeah.
You need to nurture back through that yourself. Okay. You've got a very intelligent young daughter that doesn't know where to go with her life at the minute.
Oh, so true.
But I just want to let you understand. Tell it from me, right? She's only got another 6 years of schooling left, has she?
No, she's actually finished schooling.
Right. Well, I need to let you know there's a little bit more education on her way. She feels proper let down that she's let herself down. She hasn't. She
Are you
hasn't.
listening?
But this time you're going to go into a community and a beautiful, lovely education. And this time you're in control of it. Tell her they give her too much pressure. There was 2 teachers that she hated. 2 of them she could not stand. And they give her bullying and they give her a hard time. And they discriminated her as a young girl. Well, all
Is that right, Summer?
She's got to make sure that she stands
She said so true. It was Summer. She done a year's uni and didn't get the support because it was through COVID. And then the second year of uni, she couldn't go back because she just felt as though the 2 teachers were just giving her too much pressure, but what actually wasn't helping with the COVID and the communication through the laptop. And you know, like when they done all that sort of chatting through the laptop to give them their e-learning, and she wasn't getting any of it, and her grades weren't the greatest, which just knocked her back.
Summer,
Yeah.
I know you make a brilliant police lady. You believe
Oh
in
my days.
right? You're going to
Police
be a
lady.
police officer. Okay, my love?
God.
You're going to do really well.
Susan,
And
that's what she was doing in uni. She was actually doing policing.
you're going to be a police officer, Henny. Okay? So just remember this, and this is from your granddad, and he wants to let me know, don't hide behind the heater, Henny. Life's too short. Okay? Stand up and get your police officer uniform and be proud of it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Nobody's
These
going
are
to hurt you anymore. Nobody's going to hurt you. And if they did, make sure you kick them in the shins. If not, then I'll get me fire-breathing dragons to hit them where it hurts. Okay? But the dragon energy is just give me that your daughter needs to pick up this policing straight away, and she needs to get back on with it and turn around and say to these 2 other hypocritical teachers that had no time for her and just seeing her and went, oh yeah, here we go, another amateur. Unfortunately, Summer, they do not know you. They've never known you. And my God, you need to stop believing in yourself, girl. Well, Debbie, you're going to have a beautiful new change coming your way in April next year. 2024, make sure you set your vibration out between the new year and this year. Let it all go, love. Just let it all roll. Okay? You're going to do really well, but I can see you working in a beautiful deli stroke cafe, and you'll love it.
good.
Okay? Who's the connection to Anne?
And
And your husband's not well, by the way.
no, he's not.
He's not well at all. Is that a problem with his heart?
Oh my God, yeah.
He's got to drink loads of water, Henny. Get to sleep a sleep consultant. Get him to see a sleep consultant, because he's not, when he's sleeping, he's lying on his back. His heart's not getting a chance to grasp, and that's why he's waking up feeling scared.
Oh my God.
And he's a beautiful man, okay? And his granddad's always with him. You want a little bit more stability back. You've come a long way over the last 18 years, okay? But you have lost a few babies in the meantime, love. I've got to understand your babies.
I've lost one, and my daughter's lost 3.
And your daughter has gone through hell. So your daughter needs a little bit more balance. Will you tell her that everything's going to be okay? There's something wrong with the right side of her ovary.
Okay, because she's falling. She's actually falling, and then she's getting to 6-7 weeks, and then she's losing the baby. It's the third one now.
The placenta isn't getting to the womb enough. It's not attached right. Will you tell her to relax a bit more? Tell her to keep the laptop off her knee.
Right.
Okay? And let her know that she's going to be okay. Your son, Thomas, he's going to be fine. He's moving away. He's moving away. And I know that you might not like this, but he's definitely connected towards Germany.
He wants to be a chef.
He's going to be all right, but he's going to do a Michelin 1 or 2. So he's going to be fine. He's the one who does all the sauces, love. He's the one who does all the marinades, and he's brilliant at it. So he's going to go Michelin 1, okay? 1 or 2 is enough, but he's going to live in Germany. Moving into the future, I know you want to move on, but you've got to understand there's a pole around you. You've got to understand as well that things have to move at the right time. You're free to move on now because your kids are away from the school, but you've got to think of summer for where she's going to go to her training. There is a police uniform waiting for you, Summer. It's just about time you put the tape measure around, got your fittings together, got your pen and paper, and got out there and done the confidence you need to do, love, because you'll make a brilliant police officer. Okay. Everything's falling into place for you, Debbie, but don't ever feel lost. This is the only moments that you'll ever change. Watch out for Claire. She's going to be brilliant for you. Let go of the past now, love. Move on to the future and get yourself a nice little Geordie accent because you're going to be here a while. Right? You're going to have to go to Newcastle and do the protests and that. Start voting for them and that. You come on. Different gun on the other side. You know what I'm talking about. Right? Okay? But what they're trying to tell you is nobody's going to judge you now, Henny. You can fly like a bird. You just keep strong. Oh, by the way, wear your denim jacket well.
Okay.
Right? And when you go past London and that, walk tall. Walk tall. You're going to do really well. Everything's falling into place 2025 to 28.
South Shields, here we come.
South Shields. But Summer.
Yeah.
Before I go, promise me one thing.
What's that?
What are you going to deep it?
Get my uniform.
Thank you. Because you know what it gets to me more important about you, Henny, is that you're going to help a lot of people. The police are for you, not so much on one side of it. So don't worry, you may go to Durham, but you'll be putting people away. Right? Get your uniform together, Henny. Didn't listen to what they said. Nobody's going to hurt you now. Get the grade that you want. You're waiting for one more grade. Get what you want. Come on, you can do it.
Thank you.
Thank you. And Debbie, it's been a true pleasure, Henny.
And I will see you soon.
Yeah. And hey, is it made you night or what?
Yes, it has. Totally.
You've made my night as well. All the best.
Thank you, darling. And enjoy your turnip.
I'll enjoy my turnips. We've got our spoons and butter knives ready to go.
Thank
Take
you so
care.
much, Susan.
Good night, love.
Bye-bye. Good night.
So what did you think of me live then, Turn? Oh, sorry, Auntie Ali. Would you come back and see us again? No, you can't play Snap.
Can't I?
No.
Oh, I thought the snap.
No, they weren't Snap. They snap at you, but you cannot snap with them. Oh, thank you very much, everyone. It's been a pleasure. Would you come back and see us again? Because there's going to be next Sunday, Auntie Annie's going to be joining with us. She mightn't have much hair on her head because I will end up pulling out. The only one thing that was missing is my tea lady.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's been an interesting night again. This has got to be a regular thing now. It's beautiful to know that there's a lot of people that are enjoying it, and I'm getting a lot of feedback as well. Okay, so I just want to say thank you for your time. Thank you for all the love and comfort you gave me. Thank you for really engaging, and thank you for following the link and joining on my live. It's been beautiful. Please leave a review. Oh, and by the way, before I do go, everybody's saying, have you got readings available? I booked loads of readings in for October. There is lots of readings coming in November. If anybody would like a reading, please go to SuzanneGill.net. If you want a turnip, go to your local grocery. You want a butter knife, go to the man that sorts the butter knives out. Who's the butter knife man? Morrison's, Asda, wherever you want to go. But remember one thing, I want to see the photographs of your turnips. But in the meantime, I will be in touch. I will be sending love and empathy to you. You've been adorable. And yes, I'll be coming to Anak. I'm doing some gigs. I'll be putting a post out. You let me know where you want me to go. And I will definitely be that genie in the bottle. Voila, there I am. So it's good night to you.
And
good night.
Good night to her.
Yes. Good night, my dearest. Love and light to you. Take care. And does this go off the right way? I don't know.